I don't think I can hear you on the stream.
Uh-oh.
There was an update.
I did an update though. There we go. That was working. Thank you.
Okay,
Hi
you're good.
again.
There you go.
Try it again. Because apparently
We're just
Discord
gonna
likes to
check every
change
time
things.
now.
Whatever.
We have to.
It's the struggle. This is the point of making my default stuff default, but whatever. Anyways, hello. Welcome back to our campaign here, Whispers of Hope, or Legend of Zelda D&D. For anybody who's new here, I am Zom. I'm the Dungeon Master. And we'll just kind of start off by going through the usual route. We'll start off with Vivra.
Hello. I am Rhettaliate, aka Novaretta, aka Vivra Lacru, the Twili druid of the group.
Wythr.
I'm Wythr. I'm a sneaky rogue type, and she can't talk very much, but she is able to speak a little bit more now that she got some rest, I think.
Akari.
I am a Sky, and I play Akari, the wandering person.
Dad.
I'm AlistairForgall, and I play Velkorin, the fox-masked man of 100 questions and giving no answers.
Who's also apparently sick.
Yeah.
Been sick for days.
And Toto.
Hello, I'm Kael, and I play Toto, the alchemist artificer.
Welcome. Oops. That was a sound effect, but oh well. Anyway, so yeah, welcome back. We'll just get into it really quick here. The last time we played, which was 2 weeks ago, then my brain is like, I don't remember shit anymore, because that's how this works. We were finishing up the last of the Korok festival that was going on in the Korok forest. Our parties had some fun with the cooking competition, who got extremely heated for no reason. And then
It was a perfectly calm competition. I don't know what you're talking about.
Totally calm. Yeah. Then you had some more. We had a game of hide and seek where Velkorin cheated and went invisible, but it still worked out because there weren't any rules. What else did we have? We had the mushroom hunting, and then it kind of ended off with the ending of the ceremony where some of the party members were blessed by the Deca tree as well. And then, as they were making their way back to the village of Saria, going through the Lost Woods, Wythr had a bit of a traumatic experience because she kind of succumbed to the magic of the Lost Woods, but survived and got through it. Then everybody was somewhat okay. Everybody, at least
Survived.
2 of these party members are very tired today, but that's all right.
I did go to 0 hit points.
You did. You are our
but
first.
I did survive.
You were our first knockout. And then
Did someone get knocked out in the water? I don't remember.
Nope. Not quite.
No. Oh.
Akari got close. But yeah. So we kind of ended off with our party gathering everyone together and setting off on their way to head to the desert is their ultimate goal, but they were going to make a couple stops along the way. So currently their heading is towards Lon Lon Ranch. Or not Lon Lon. I'm stupid. Lon Lon City is the place they're going. The second place they're going. Currently they're going towards a ranch that is along the way. Kind of the halfway point before they get to Lon Lon City. So,
have we fixed our sleep schedule yet? Or
yeah, you guys would have fixed that a while
kind
ago.
Of. I still have. Yeah, I still
Wythr
have 2.
has 2 exhaustions. I think Vivra should have 1
I have 1, yeah. Well, no, I just meant like so that Velkorin and I aren't like opposite of everyone else like we have been.
Yeah, that should have gotten fixed a couple times ago. So yeah, it is. I think you guys left early morning. So I guess right now you're currently on the road on your way there. And I guess who is driving the cart?
Wither should probably be sleeping again to try to get rid of some of this exhaustion.
Sure. That's fine. Suppose.
I'll avoid doing it, but if no one else does it, Vivra's just gonna be like, ugh, fine.
Akari can drive it, because if
Cool.
not, she'll be on top of the carriage.
Oh.
Yeah, it's daytime, so Vivra would rather
yeah.
not.
Daytime. Yeah.
I'll
Let's.
I'll be taking it.
Oh. Right. Well,
Well, we have two carts now, don't we?
one cart, two horses.
One
You got a
cart,
bigger
two
cart.
horses.
Oh,
Bigger cart, yeah.
but you guys can name the one, and then my horse can be what it's supposed to be named.
Yeah. So yeah. So is Akari leading or Velkorin leading? Which one?
Akari gonna need a GPS, but can like lead it to whatever general direction.
Yeah, Velkorin
Are
can
we?
give directions to Akari.
Okay, so our car's on top, right?
Unless they're
So,
driving.
I mean, are you checking for like perception, or are you
That's
checking for like
what
us knowing the
I.
path?
Yeah.
Then it'd be Akari because I'm just following a path, while Akari would be lookout.
Yeah, then yeah, I was gonna say if Akari's on top, she would be like doing casual scouting while just kind of being up there too. Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, I could do that as well as just roll a d6 for me. Tell me what you
Okay.
get.
A 4.
Or okay. The ironic part, it's been for some reason it's been sunny the whole time you guys have been traveling, but just today it seems to be. It looks like almost a storm is kind of somewhat starting to blow over or come in.
Yes, darkness.
Not necessarily. Well, it's getting dark clouds. It might be a storm. You're not quite sure, but the wind is starting to pick up, and like I said, the dark clouds are somewhat coming over, but you don't see anything like lightning or anything in the distance. But it looks like bad weather might be on its way. Then you can also roll a perception check. You were on lookout.
Dope. And Akari will mention the wind sure is blowing. That she just enjoys her scarf blowing in the wind. Perception.
If anybody's
Oh, nat 20.
all
So
right.
26.
And then just a reminder for anybody, if they want to tell me secrets, make sure they add me at the Discord so I can see the notification. Otherwise, I'll probably miss it. A nat 20. Ironically, even though the wind is like blowing in your eyes, your scarf is like flipping into your face every once in a while. Same with your hair. It's not inhibiting you at all. I mean, you can see pretty much follow the path straight ahead. There's nothing out of the ordinary that you've noticed so far. You can kind of, I guess, well, you rolled in at 20, so you can kind of see where you guys are traveling right now is obviously on the main road, and it's kind of like it's like a plains land right now. You guys are in literally the like central land of Hyrule right now, so it's very majority of plain land, but there is a lot of like kind of sporadic trees all over, and way out in the distance you can see some smoke that looks like a fire. You rolled the
Like-
nat 20, so it will definitely say that you can see that it looks like a somewhat small bokoblin camp in the distance that is close to the road, but if you guys are careful, you could probably sneak your way around it or go off the road just to be safe if you want to, or but yeah, it'll be your choice what you would want to do.
The goblin
See,
in me wants to fight, but I do
seeing
have 2 exhaustion.
seeing it all, Akari will mention. I see smoke ahead with a fire, and it's most likely a camp of sorts. Considering the roads, it's probably monsters. If you want to keep going straight ahead, could go off road. What's the choice?
We're in the woods, right?
You are in the plains now. At this point, you would have left the woods.
Fuck.
Yeah,
But
we're in the open.
I will, because I know our party is exhausted. I will give it a wide berth,
Uh,
which would be noticeable to Akari since Akari's on top.
yeah.
But the people in the cart don't need to know.
You just okay. So you're gonna.
I'm just
Are,
gonna go.
are you gonna get off the main road then, or are you just gonna?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna get off the main road. Take it
Will-
slower because I don't know the path.
Right. Okay. I'll just have you do a survival check just to kind of see if you're dodge the holes, essentially.
Survival.
Yeah, I think so.
17.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you just kind of, like I said, with the Akari's telling you where it is, you can see now where the smoke is, and you just kind of like, okay, that kind of is on the way of the path, so let's avoid conflict right now because you have 2 weaker party members that are not doing great, so you'll just make kind of a wide berth, which, yeah, you're losing a little time, but you're being safe. And yeah, it's here. I'll roll their perception to see if they're blind. Oh yeah, they're very blind. Okay, so yeah, you get by no problem after about a good 10-15 minutes. You're pretty far well over out of the way from them and can get back onto the main road. Since you guys both rolled pretty solid, there's nothing really gonna be happening for this day, unless somebody wants to have a conversation or anything. Otherwise, we can move into the night.
I have a quick DM question.
Yes.
For resting and exhaustion and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
does it need to be, it has to be sleeping, right?
You have to
Like,
rest for 8 hours. I mean,
but
don't.
for exhaustion, although like my exhaustion wasn't caused by lack of sleep, it was caused by a magical effect. So do I have to sleep to get rid of it, or because it was
Check sets here.
I don't think it's about sleeping. It's just about getting rest, not
okay?
doing strenuous activities for those 8 hours.
Finish.
Is what
Yeah, it
what
just
I've
says finishing
interpreted
a
them as.
long rest reduces your exhaustion point by 1, as long as they have also ingested food and drink. Apparently,
Okay.
rules as written. That's how that works. So as long as you
Yeah.
are, if you're saying you're taking a second long rest, you don't have to sleep for it, but you're just taking a
Yeah.
second long rest. I would assume
Yeah.
Vivra's probably doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So-
we're traveling. There's not much else to do anyway.
Right.
So
Yeah,
she might as
Wythr
well
is-
rest up.
Yep.
She's
That's-
kind of like half asleep, in and out of sleep, or just resting.
Off. So
Vivra plays her ocarina from time to time, just
Mhm.
passing the time while she's resting.
fair enough. Velkorin, I'll have you do one more survival just to see if you guys might make up your lost time or keep on pace, whatever. He ran away and I didn't notice.
I was unmuted.
Oh.
I muted myself to talk.
Mm.
I got 23.
23? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah. Even though you kind of you had to veer off that, you kind of were like you didn't want to lose your day, so you pushed the horses a little bit to kind of up their pace, but not necessarily like you're not making them full on sprint, obviously. So, just kind of push them a little bit to make up some time, and you make up more than enough time. You actually gained about an extra hour or two. But if nobody wants to do anything between that, we'll just move into the night, or move into dusk, I should say. The sun is starting to go down now, so and you should probably start to think about making camp.
Okay. Can I remove one more of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
exhaustion? Okay.
Yeah, both of you can remove one more level.
Yeah. So
So
I'm
I
all
just
good.
yeah, and I have
Vivra is
one left.
good, and you have
I'm-
one left.
I'm trying to think of what Vivra would talk about, because, like, a full day, I feel like there would be some sort of interaction between some people, and maybe it's just a small talk or something.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah,
so it's me, Wythr, and Toto inside the carriage, right? And the other two are outside?
Yeah. Velkorin is driving, and Akari is hanging out on the roof.
Akari's
essentially.
GPS right now.
Yep,
Yeah.
and Pippin's
Uh,
also with Velkorin, probably.
Yeah. Wythr's not really a conversationalist, and,
That is true.
Physically, she's not.
Is Toto in any mood to talk at all to Vivra?
I think Toto would be really trying to avoid you.
That's
Because he
kind of what I
stands
figured, yeah.
clear.
I also did forget, Toto, you would have had your material that you got from Frederick before you guys went to the
Oh,
festival.
yes,
I almost
right.
forgot about that. So you would have some just
To
it's
repair your screen.
Shiekah tech material. I don't have a specific name for it, but you have some stuff to repair or make a new shell for your Shiekah slate if you want
Poggers.
to do that. But yeah, otherwise not so. It's fine. But yeah, it's the sun's starting to go down at this point. It's dusk. You know, it's starting to get dark out. Like I said, unless anybody wanted to do something during the daytime, we'll just move into that. So I guess who is somebody going to take watch, or are you guys just gonna hang out?
Now that I'm rested and feeling a lot better and it's nighttime, I'm gonna turn into a wolf and do some zoomies around the camp.
Zoom.
I've rested for like a full day. I'm restless. I gotta I can move.
She got the
Yeah.
wolf zoomies.
Wythr is awake in the carriage, but she's kind of like seems a little spaced out and somewhat unresponsive.
Akari will be using her
Oh,
daggers on one of
and
those sticks.
we can
Here's a
change
stick.
the avatar to a wolf.
Oh, right. I suppose I could do that. Where is
I do have something I would like to do.
Whee!
wolf mode, Vivra? Oh, yeah. Go ahead then.
I want to put my arrows. So I have a bag of ball bearings and I have a bag of caltrops, right? I would like to put them on the front of the arrows like I did with the bombs. So that way when I shoot and hit something with it, they will spread out over that area so I can put them in an area away from me.
Attaching a bag of bearings to the end of an arrow, basically.
And then caltrops, because I've got some
And
of those too.
caltrops.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how much that's going to affect your balance of your arrows, but
I mean, it would just be a tinkering check to see how well I can make
yeah.
them.
I
made bomb arrows.
I'm aware.
I'm sure they would be heavier.
Yeah,
The
but
dice
those could
decide.
work. Yeah, whatever.
Let the
Do
dice
your
decide.
tinkering check.
Okay, do you want me to do one for
Excuse
each
me.
set?
How many arrows are you trying to make, I should say?
I can only make one of each.
Okay. I'll
Um,
do a tinkering check for each one.
Okay. Are we doing dexterity or intelligence for tinkering? I thought it's dexterity, right?
It's dex.
Dex. Oh, then I'm fine. Then I'm fine.
Are your intelligence levels not high enough?
No, like I would be.
I think the music is playing. I don't know if it's playing.
A 21 and then a 17.
1 and a 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. save.
I was
those.
saved by my dex and proficiency.
Yeah, I would say, but both those rolls, yeah, you do successfully make your fancy arrows. So you now have a bag of cattle traps and a bag of ball bearings attached to 2 different arrows. So it'll essentially it's just essentially giving you a long distance throw. So
Yeah, that's all I wanted. Is I want to be able to put them away from me.
wait, makes okay. So yeah, anybody else want to do anything?
I imagine at the moment, Akari's kind of using one of her daggers on that wooden sword.
Right, you are
She's just doing her own thing to kind of
whittling
shape it a
away.
certain way.
Whittling away at your
Don't mind her.
Yep.
Don't sneak up though.
Fair enough. I guess who is going to take watch then, if you are going to take watch, I suppose.
I would offer to help, but I still have disadvantage on ability checks.
Akari can take either the first half or the second half. To wake up early. She doesn't mind waking up early.
If I get enough rest, I could take the second watch, because then I won't have exhaustion anymore.
If you guys are leaving first thing in the morning, you would not have enough time to, like, if you wanted to take the second watch, you wouldn't have enough time.
I mean, because I have a custom race.
I know, but
I have the elf thing, kind of.
I know, but you have to do a long rest, so it still would be at least 4 hours between the shifts, but you should need 12 hours to get rid of or 8 hours to get rid of the exhaustion.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need
okay.
you need a full equivalent of a long rest.
Yeah.
Even if
you
even
have
if
your
I have like elf
Yeah.
trance and my
Yep.
long rest is shorter than others.
Yep, because
That's just how much
you're
you
exhausted.
That's
Okay,
just how much you sleep. It doesn't. That's like a long rest. This means that you only have to sleep for 4 hours of it.
Okay,
It's pretty much how it translates.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll just sleep through.
Okay. Does that mean who is going to keep watch then? If somebody is going to keep watch.
I think Akari offered.
I already offered one of the shifts, so who's going to take the first shift, I guess, then?
I'll take it, I guess.
So, Velkorin will take the first shift.
Hey, I'll take it.
Okay.
Vivra says she can watch as a wolf for a bit.
I guess that's true. So does she take him first shift then?
Sure.
Sure.
She can take
I
the
guess.
first one.
Yeah.
First shift. Okay. Then I'll say Vivra do a survival check. Check what? Survival. You're keeping watch.
Okay, screaming child.
Sorry.
I thought that's why he
I
had
rolled
it.
a 12 plus something.
You rolled a 12.
Plus something.
Wait.
Plus something.
Nope,
Oh,
it's a 13.
that's a
You said survival? 19.
Yeah. As far as you know, everything's going fine. Nothing shows up as far as you're aware.
Are we currently like camping inside the carriage, or did we set up a campsite?
I guess up to you guys.
Do we have food rations that don't need to be cooked? Because I have to have food and drink to get rid of exhaustion.
I would say we would be setting up a small camp every time.
Okay.
At least to cook.
Okay, Wythr helps with the cooking then, and gives people some food before resting.
Food has been cooked.
Food has been cooked. Okay. Are you cooking? You said you were cooking, so are you making fancy
Oh,
food
yes.
or are you making normal food?
Can I roll both? Because I think she would want to make it taste good and look
Oh,
good.
So I'll then roll just
Can I
performance
help
then.
with her?
Sure.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Okay, I'll do advantage for a survival roll and a performance roll. So my survival is natural 20. I don't have to roll again for that. My performance is 13. Oh wait, so my survival was natural 20 plus 6, total of 26. My performance was 13 plus 1, so 14.
Yeah, you're fine. Well, you rolled the 14. It tastes great. It's a little, looks a little rough around the edges, but it doesn't look. I mean,
Yeah, 14 is pretty nice
14
still.
is. I know. I'm not saying. Like I said, it's there's a little kind of maybe a couple random burned marks, quote unquote, where you left it on the thing a little long, but it looks like food. Whatever. What did you make? I guess.
Oh,
Dubious stew.
yeah,
God.
what kind of ingredients do we have, I guess? We probably
Some
have
of those
lots.
mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm not cooking with those.
Yeah. Nope. Would not recommend.
I don't know if that's good or not. But we probably have a lot of leftover like vegetables and stuff from or like fruits and things. So she'd probably make like sautéed fruit and things like that. She also makes tea for everyone. And she hands Toto a cup of tea with a nod. And DM, I'm able to speak small amounts again now, right?
Do your check.
Okay.
Roll your check.
I guess that's fair since I'm still exhausted.
What would I say?
Whoop, it went out of the dice tray and landed on a natural 20 again.
But it landed
Holy crap.
outside of the tray, so it
But
doesn't
it wasn't my
count.
fault.
No, it's fine. That 20. Yeah, you're good. You can somewhat articulate again.
Yeah, okay. So she hands the cup of tea to Toto with a nod and says thank you because you just helped her with the cooking. And then she passes out a cup of tea she gives a cup of tea to Pippin, a full-size cup of tea this time, not a tiny one.
Pippin's like, yes! And he immediately dives into the cup again.
What a weird
And he's
dude.
just soaking in the teacup while also slurping.
Oh, gross.
Fucking
Pippin
yes!
bathwater.
Yeah,
Yeah, he drinks his own
drinking his own
bathwater.
bathwater. It's fine.
He's a fairy. I guess he doesn't get dirty.
Exactly. Don't worry about it.
Wythr offers a cup of tea to Vivra. Wait, she's a wolf, so I guess like a bowl of tea. She just leaves it there. And she offers a cup of tea to Akari.
What is everybody's passive perception again?
Akari will take tea and asks Wythr how is she doing.
19.
21.
No, wait, passive
Passive.
perception is
You're
21.
passive. Okay.
My investigation is 19.
My passive perception is 21.
Passive perception is
said
also
13.
21.
Jesus.
Toto's
fuck.
13.
Okay, well. Okay, all right. Continue your conversation, then I'll interrupt later.
Okay, I'm going to roll something, which may or may not be a deception check. Natural one.
Oh,
I should have done
Akari, you
it.
can roll insight, I guess.
Does she have to?
Well, I mean, skill checks technically don't have to fully fail, so what's your deception or persuasion depending on which one it may or may not
Even
be?
though it's a 1, what is your
Yeah,
total?
1 plus what?
Where is that? Let me see. 1 plus 4, so that's a total of 5.
Good.
Got a
Well,
5.
But
Well, there you go,
anyways,
Akari.
I ain't rolling that. I have a passive insight of 14.
yeah,
Okay.
I think it's still pretty obvious as well because Akari just asked Wythr how she's doing, and I think right now the whole group knows that Wither's not doing great. She
Hi.
just like almost died, had a really like weird traumatic hallucination thing. But
like, I'm fine,
she
lip quiver.
yeah, she pauses for a second before saying, "Better," and hands the tea over.
Are you really?
Do I have to roll deception a second time?
Just like, are
You
you?
No,
rolled a
I
nat
think
one.
I think
Yeah,
Akari saw through
I
your
think the
bullshit.
nat one.
I don't
It's
think
just
you
like,
get to no roll again.
just say, are you really? But
Whatever.
however,
Yeah,
she'll say it, but then I also mentioned that she won't. She's not gonna force her to talk about it. It's like, if you ever do want to talk about it, or need somebody to talk about it, or any support, just let her know.
she sighs and she's quiet for a minute. She says, "Thank you." And she nods and brings some tea over to Velkorin. And she
Uh,
says, "Thank you for healing me," and hands you some tea.
I will just take it and nod.
She says, "Oh," and she reaches into her satchel for something. She takes out a rock candy stirring stick with saffron in it and puts the candy stir stick in your tea because she knows you like candy.
That's
Um,
adorable.
and then she says something to you in her native language, but I don't think you have your spell on, so
I
you don't
don't.
understand it. She
I
says,
do not.
all you know is that she said 5 words, and she's just looking at you.
Uh,
Sorry to put you on the spot.
If only it's just like without
If
the mask.
only you knew the language.
I'm gonna.
Wythr, for the record, Wythr doesn't know that you don't know the language because
Without
you
the
I'm
are.
spell.
gonna look over at Pippin and just hold my hand out. I'm like, Pippin, this is
What? He's swimming.
He's in bath
He's
form.
like, hey,
Yeah.
what do you want? I'm taking a bath.
I'm
I
holding my
am.
hand out to him so he knows what I want, just so we can smack it.
Rolls his eyes and does a little spell and then pokes your hand and
Okay.
casts the spell.
Can you
Wythr
say that
looks
again?
confused. And so I saw that a spell was cast, right?
Yeah.
At that
Yeah.
point, you would.
I'm not hiding it anymore.
um, she tilts her head a bit, in confusion, and I guess then she kind of realizes the misunderstanding that she thought you knew her language, and it was actually a spell last time. She looks down and like kind of puts her hand on her neck like in embarrassment a bit, and she just shakes her hands in front of her like forget about it, and uh, does a little like short bow and walks away to go and rest.
I'm just gonna go back to sitting.
What?
Dang. I mean, rawr. Am I am I still the
I was gonna say, what's the wolf doing?
uh
The dog.
You only get an hour.
I get 2, thank
That's
you
right, you
very
get
much,
2.
sir.
Sorry, because somebody stole your ring. I'm sorry.
Yeah, freaking gotta heckin' get that back already. Ugh. Anyway, the wolf is hearing voices. That's what's happening. Because you can probably hear my child in the background.
Speak.
I must not give in to the childish voices.
Go play, go play. Chase
Yeah,
tail.
that's
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
the voices
Okay.
are just your wolf brain going, must zoom.
Must zoom. So she got her zoomies out of the way, and then I unplugged my headset. Freaking!
We'll come back to
I'm
the
back.
Oh, we're good.
No, I'm
Okay.
here. Listen, yeah, it's not gonna take me 10 minutes to plug my headset back in. I just did it stupid.
Oh,
I
okay.
was helping in case the voices were distracting.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the face to the voices is giving me a very dirty look right
Oh.
now. You can deal with it. So yeah, after she does her little zoom, she does like a couple of laps, and then they talk about who's gonna do guard first or whatever, and she uses her telepathy to tell Velkorin, "I'll go first. It's fine." And then after that, she just kind of slowly paces around the camp for the 2 hours until her time is up.
do survival as well.
Ooh.
I'll say you can
Wait, I
roll
thought
it.
I already did survival.
Did you?
Yeah, I got the 19, remember? Or was that before?
That was before.
I thought the 19.
This is for keep and watch.
This is for keep and watch. Well, I did
you can roll at
better.
advantage since you're in wolf.
Ooh, advantage! Heck yeah. Yes, well, the advantage didn't matter because the second roll was lower, but that's fine. 22.
Ooh.
I gotta back up from my microphone. I'm like all up on it.
You almost got there, but you didn't quite get
What do you mean almost got there? I got a 22. Are you kidding me?
There's something real sneaky out there.
there.
Oh my, I'm about to get shanked because the
after-
DM hates me.
After, well, how many people are actually sleeping versus
Wythr
staying
is
awake?
sleeping.
Akari's in a light sleep, ready to switch whenever she needs to.
Toto is working on their Shiekah slate.
Okay. Okay, I will say the pupper is the one that's watching. Are you just like patrolling, or after you're patrolling, do you just kind of hang out in the fire and keep watch, or how are you patrolling?
Well, is it just
how
the
are
2
you keeping
hours, or am I
watch?
doing a full? Am I doing a full 4 hours, or is it just the 2? Because there's 5 of us.
Probably just the 2 if Velkorin take a shift too,
Okay.
If she's taking a shift, I don't need to.
or then 4.
Ugh. I mean, I guess I can stay in wolf form the whole time because if I'm gonna rest afterwards, I'm gonna get my wild shapes back.
Yeah.
So then yeah, for the most part, she'll be pacing around pretty much the whole time, and then once the first 2 hours are up, I think she'll stop for a bit to just kind of play a song or two and just hang out, and then after doing that, she'll go back into wolf form because she's like, well, I've sat down and had a break. I got to get back to it.
I will say, while you're playing your music, from behind you, you hear,
Oh my gosh.
"Oh my goodness, that just sounds so amazing!"
Wait, you gotta
Uh-oh.
change me back. I'm not a wolf anymore.
Ah!
It scared you right out of wolf form.
Ah!
I was playing in my wolf form. And...
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just. Yep, there. That was totally me changing myself back.
Yeah. So yeah, and while you're playing, all of a sudden you hear behind you goes, "Oh, that just sounds so amazing! You're so talented."
I get up and I pull out my staff and I like whip around ready to stab whoever it is.
No, she's
And-
not.
Jesus.
What do you mean, no, she's not? Are you telling me what my character does right now?
Oh, she does.
Are you taking my agency away from me, Kael?
No, I was saying that to you, like, or to Zom saying, like, she's so talented and totally like, no,
No,
she's
you're not.
Oh,
Heckling from the
Make
woods.
wow.
Heckle from a distance.
Oh, I
Okay.
see. Then you'll get a heckin' glare.
As you turn around, you see in front of you the humanoid looking woman. She looks to be an old lady. She looks to be an old lady. She's got their pretty tattered tattered cloak. It looks very kind of beat up. You got, I want to say she's a witch, but she kind of if you think of the old lady witch, that's kind of what she would look like. She has bandages on her.
Snow White or like prettier than that?
I'll show you in a second here. I'm gonna
Or
pop it up on-
I
into
can
the
send it.
woods.
Oh wait, I don't have it on
Yeah,
Here we go.
I'll
Hold on.
pop
I
up
can
on
do
the
it. I can do
stream
it.
as well as you can post it in the
I'll post it in
the
the thingy.
server to make it easier. But I will pop it up as well as soon as I find it. Where is it? I should have done this before.
She's a
Wow.
little creepy.
Where did she go?
Okay,
Apparently.
it's in the
How
NPC
tall is she?
Pickers
Am I looking
channel.
down or eye level?
Oh, you're looking down. She's like
Good.
4'8".
You ever see a hag? This is a hag.
Grr.
Okay, I gotta. Apparently, the one NPC out of all my like 200 NPCs is this one that I did not save.
Wow.
Where did she go?
It's in the NPC Pickers
I
channel.
know. I
or
have it. I
Discord
was
right
saving
now.
it, and then the thing decided to sort. So this is what the granny looks like, and she has
Oh my gosh.
the same smile, and it's just kind of
Wow.
looking at you. She's like, "Oh, why did you stop?"
Maybe because a stranger poked me, tapped my shoulder? Who are you?
You could just call me Granny.
I would rather not, if I'm honest.
Well, that's all I'm telling you. So
Those with high passive perception might be like
Those
waking
with
up
high passive
aware of this by
perception are
now.
sleeping. No,
Yeah,
remember,
anybody-
it's only within 5 feet.
yeah, it's
so,
anybody who's awake. Anybody who's
So,
awake
yeah.
now would have noticed her.
so basically just Toto at that point.
Yep, Toto and Akari. No, you were sleeping.
Yeah, I believe everyone else is sleeping, so it's just me and Toto right now.
Yeah. Sweet old lady that looks kind of creepy. Yeah. She's just like, well, why did you stop?
I just told you why, Granny. You gotta give me more information than that, or I'm gonna stab you.
Oh, I'm not a threat.
When Toto hears this, because they don't have a visual of her just yet, Toto's gonna stomp right up to Vivra and be like, You really
by
know
the
no
way,
bounds, do
listen,
you?
By
You're
the
just
way,
threatening this little old lady.
sorry, that was out of character. I was trying to say something to Zom, and then you said more stuff. Go ahead. My apologies.
I'm not repeating it.
Okay, what I was gonna say is she's lying about the stabbing, so if you want me to roll deception, I will.
Yes.
I'm not talking to you!
You can, but I'm just gonna go with the old lady doesn't really care if you're threatening.
Okay.
She kind of just holds up her hands and opens her cloak and just shows, I don't have any weapons. I'm not gonna do anything to you. I just was traveling nearby and I happened to hear some good music, so I came to just kind of wanted to look.
Aha. Well, you've looked. She like glances to Toto and then back to the witch and then like kind of back to Toto like I don't know what to do right now. There's a stranger in our camp that I'm supposed to be guarding.
The granny sees Toto at this point and just like, oh, aren't you cute? And also, you have your little Korok out still, or he just around?
He's just around.
He's just around.
Like fumbling
She
somewhere.
saw the Korok too as well. Just like, oh, why is everything so cute over here? And she just kind of looks at Toto for some reason. She's interested in Toto. I'm just like, you know, you're very cute. When I see something cute, I just have to give it sweet. And she pulls out
I'm gonna
cupcake.
step between the two of them and go, we don't need any handouts today, thanks.
So, she puts the cupcake back before she just kind of...
She just pulls out a whole cupcake?
Yeah, she pulled a cupcake out of her sleeve.
Yeah, no, Vivra's not trusting that.
There.
Toto is.
Toto
She'll...
Toto
will push you out of the way. Be like,
I will
I'll
fight
take it.
right now. I'm going to hold Toto back. We can do a contested strength check if you'd really like to.
Let's go.
Oh no.
Guess who rolled a nat 1?
Oh.
15.
Yeah.
You did not need to roll that high, thanks.
Oh,
Sorry, my total is -1.
My God.
Did I win?
So, she like steps in front of you, and Toto just kind of like,
I've gone with dexterity, even but it's still in that one.
like Toto just kind of just bonk right out of the way, and I guess Toto, do you want to take the cupcake that she was holding out?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna try to smack the cupcake out of Toto's hand. I'm gonna straight.
What is with you, Vivra? This is just a harmless little old lady.
It's just a cupcake. There's nothing. I wouldn't do it.
I failed. So, yeah. My dice hate me today.
She holds out a second one. She's like, "If you want, I'll eat it too. It's nothing bad."
Who's to say that the one you pulled out for yourself is normal and that I cast protection, poison, and disease on Toto right now.
Oh, nice.
Protection from poison.
Old lady shrugs and just
Wasting
like,
a second level spell on you right now.
Okay.
Detect thoughts on this freaking woman.
Oh.
That's another one.
Okay. Surface thoughts. Pretty much what she told you is, these people that she sees are so cute, and she's just there's no threatening aura to her. She literally is just interested in the party that she happened upon.
Sorry.
What?
She said your face is a threatening aura.
There is no threatening aura to this old lady. She doesn't have any hostile intentions, and she's just interested in you guys.
Grr.
Toto, are you eating the cupcake?
Can I roll insight?
I take one bite out of it.
Okay.
It's really good.
Another nat 1.
Another
Good.
nat
Oh my
1.
gosh.
As far as you know, she's being honest.
Get my freaking lucky dice out of here.
Throw it in the trash. Oh, yeah. Nat 1. You can't get a read on her. She just looks like a nice old lady, but is very creepy at the same time.
I decided to do test rolls. I did 3 other nat 1s with my test rolls earlier today.
Oh no. Oh, yeah. Toto, when you eat the cupcake, this is like the best cupcake, pastry, sweet food you've ever had. Like if you've had ice cream, this is like the top tier $200 expensive cup of ice cream that just tastes amazing.
Toto does that thing like Barris does in Dragon Ball Super and big guy, oh my!
Oh, Jesus.
Just devours it.
And she chuckles
Vivra
at you.
is so stressed right now.
She just looks at you and goes, "See? Nothing wrong with it."
She rolls.
You want a
her
cookie
eyes.
instead?
She has no reason. I rolled a nat 1. Okay, so you know what? I rolled a nat 1. I'm going to honor that. She has no reason to not trust this woman. She sees Toto scarf it down and nothing happened. So she's like, fine, sure.
Which would you like? I have cookies too, if you want a cookie instead.
Yes, I'll take a cookie.
Chance you.
Okay. I mean, thanks, I guess.
By the way, are you waking up the rest of the party? Or are you just letting them sleep?
Currently, no. But we are talking now, so if you want them to roll to wake up or anything, that can work.
I guess how loud were you talking?
Oh, I'm still reading her thoughts this whole time, by the way, so if anything happens.
Yeah. It's similar things. There's no aggressive, hostile thoughts going towards you. That
I don't know why I just pantomimed eating a massive cookie just now. No one can see me.
I did that when I said I was reaching into my satchel. I like moved around as if I had a satchel on, and like I was like, no one's here.
Fun to roleplay it, actually use it, you know? So yeah, I imagine it's just a big chunky chocolatey chunk cookie in my hand, or oatmeal raisin, I guess, if you want to be a.
What kind of cookie do you want?
Big old chocolatey chunk.
That's what it is then.
Boy, with a slightly crisp outside and the inside is soft.
Oh,
I'm making myself.
And when you eat it, it is the best cookie you've ever tasted.
Wow, don't even gotta roll for that, huh? It's
Nope.
just the best. Oh my gosh, oh no.
Just the best cookie you ever tasted.
I'm gonna roll to try deceiving my, because she's bad at.
Oh, she's trying to say, this is an okay cookie.
She's trying to make her face.
All right, yeah, roll a deception.
Oh, now I get a freaking. What is this? Where's my deception? 18, 19
plus.
deception, because of course now I roll well. So she kind of sighs, does that sigh, and like does that half eye roll. It's like, it's okay, I guess.
You're being Squidward right now when you try to Krabby Patty.
I guess.
Totally pretending that you don't like it. And she's like, huh.
Yeah, she just slowly takes another bite. Like, it's, it's whatever. I guess I'll eat this.
You beat her by 2, so she believes you. She's like, huh.
Heck
Oh, that's a normal reaction, but whatever. Maybe they're not for you. That's okay. But yeah.
By the way, if they are something else, I only casted protection from poison and stuff on Toto.
Yeah. No, you're fine. They're just
okay.
cookies. They're just
fine.
Cookies and just cupcakes.
Cookies.
Really fucking good cupcakes.
Okay.
Grandma cupcakes and cookies. Of course they're gonna taste good.
Alright.
Akari, you said you were kind of just lightly sleeping, so I would say the commotion would have woke you up. Woked? That's not a word.
Woke.
That's the case.
Woken you up. Woken, that's not the word either. You woke up. That's what we're just gonna say.
So she would have noticed. Oh, let's see.
So at this point, you'd see Vivra and Toto talking to an old lady. And Toto is just munching on a cupcake, which is all over her face now.
I rolled a
Their
19 as stealth, so Akari could kind of move from where she was quietly and watch them from a different spot.
You said? Okay, he doesn't notice you.
Nice.
And just kind of observe the situation first.
I think I'm gonna put the rest of the cookie into my bag after I've eaten like maybe half of it. I don't want her to think I liked it too much. I just wanna.
Oh, please, honey. There's more. You don't have to save it. You can have it all right now if you want.
No, I told you.
I have plenty. She pulls out a basket of just sweets.
Where were you keeping that
basket? From where?
Her sleeve. She pulls it out of her sleeve, and all of a sudden, there's a basket of.
What is your sleeve? What is happening right now?
Sleeve of holding.
Sleeve of holding.
What? You don't ask.
What do you mean, what?
She has a hammer space in her sleeve.
Listen, you may not have weapons, but I know magic when I see it.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody has magic.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
Yeah, Vivra.
Why are you siding with her?
It's just a harmless little old lady, and you're being mean, as always.
Oh.
Wow, I'm trying to protect our group. I have to be suspicious right now. I'm
just
the one
a
on
harmless
guard.
little old lady.
The
Harmless ladies can have daggers too. Well, I guess then they're not harmless anymore. You know what I mean. Old ladies can hold
I think you're just ageist.
Are you kidding me? I didn't trust you when I met you. Are you secretly?
You don't trust anyone, Vivra.
For good reason. Okay.
Fair.
Boo-hoo, my sob story. Everyone has a sob story,
me?
Vivra.
I never told you that I had any sort of sob story. Why are you assuming
Oh,
right
but
now?
you can just absolutely tell.
What are you talking about?
That's all.
The way you put yourself
You don't need to
out.
fight over me, girls. It's fine.
I'm not
I
fighting
understand.
over you.
She's just protecting the group. You. It's okay, sweet.
Literally, exactly. See, the old woman gets it.
It's
actually,
okay. I
for
understand.
some reason, I'm agreeing with them.
I see how I look. I can understand why it's deceiving.
Don't even say that.
Oh.
Looks are deceiving on freaking everyone. I mean, look at Toto.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I would
And
say
Toto at this point
You
is
guys
gonna
are yelling,
get you
so the
across
other two are
fucking
awake
face.
now at this point.
I was gonna
Toto's
say
doing
loud
what?
enough. Are you punching her?
I am punching her
Oh my god.
Do it.
as
It's
hard as I
happening.
could.
Akari's just raising an eyebrow as she watches this interaction from the shadows.
So Wythr is awake now?
Yeah, both of you are awake.
No,
They're
you gotta
yelling at
let
each other,
Toto
kind
punch
of.
me real
So,
quick.
Yeah. Do I still have exhaustion or is that gone?
yeah, it hasn't gone away yet.
Because it's
Yeah.
not done the rest
Yeah.
yet.
Your 8 hours was cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
you
going to
heard
interrupt
me,
and
Toto.
like if you guys go back to sleep after this, then you're fine. But
You look like you might be sweet, but I mean, see how you're acting right now. Didn't take much, did it?
Did you hit?
Your letter. Let's see. Did you hit me actually?
Yeah.
You hit me? Like
Yeah,
what
actually.
did you roll? What did you roll?
Do I do unarmed strike or strength?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unarmed for sure. I
Right.
mean, are you stabbing me?
Do you want me to?
Would you like to murder Vivra right now? A yes or no?
It's a 15.
15 to hit. You do not hit me. So she kind of dodges and then she says what I just said.
Wythr has woken up
I'm
and
gonna
like
keep trying to hit you.
from the noise, she's startled and
the Granny walks in front of Toto and she's like, "Thank you, stop.
I'm 11.
You two are friend. It's okay.
15.
We're not friends.
18.
Companions, whatever."
Okay, listen. Slow down, Toto. Each hit is 6 seconds apart. I'm having a conversation. The third one does hit. Let me get a couple of sentences out. My God. But I just like to imagine each one until that third one, she's just like, as she's talking to the old woman, she's like, "Listen, you," and she like goes to the left, and then she's like, "You're an old woman," and I goes to the right. I understand that you're.
Jesus, I'm dying right now.
Wythr is
So can I get
can
my
I
two
just
sentences
roll
out?
an
Yeah.
Do your
insight
roll.
check
Do your thing.
if that's okay.
You're rolling
I
insight.
just want to know like how Wythr is viewing this situation, if it seems like a real threat or if they're just bickering, or like does Wythr need to be concerned?
I just remembered Toto's height. She's punching us
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, like she's trying to punch her in the boob basically right now.
Ow.
Fuck your memories.
That's a 17 total just for insight, just for Wythr to figure out if like she needs to be worried about this right now or not.
You can see the Granny is a little distraught because she's like, "Wait, no, I didn't want this to happen. Stop fighting each other, please."
Also, I've
In
just
her-
seen this granny for the first
Yeah,
time.
you see this Granny
I
who
just
is
remembered
terrifying.
Toto's also covered in
creepy.
cupcake frosting.
Vivra, you would also hear this, and since you're reading mind, you would have also
Yes.
notice that she's like, stop, please, don't fight."
Wow, her surface thoughts are so weirdly innocent.
You could even swap your surface thoughts over to Toto if you've got a thick skin.
Oh my gosh. I was
Just
honestly
saying.
You know what? I've been thinking about it, and I think once she gets punched in her boob,
Right in the
her
boob,
her
right
eyes
in the
are
tit.
her eyes are gonna lock onto Toto, and that's when she's gonna switch over to you.
You gotta roll a d4.
I roll a d4?
No, Toto's gotta roll a d4. She
Oh.
punched you in the boob.
Unarmed strike, unless you have Tavern Brawler, it's just flat strength modifier.
So it's like a 2, I think.
You don't roll for unarmed strike. Why
I
are
know,
you? Oh,
her
it's
modifier is like 2. So you get 2 damage on your boob, I think.
Ouch.
Yes, 2.
Yeah, there you go.
One.
Ouch.
Owie.
Right on the tip.
Oh, I think a mosquito bit me.
Alright, well.
But what is Toto thinking the
Arm
moment
strike is
she...
1 plus your modifier.
So 3.
Oh.
3.
Oh, wow.
You can't
Another
do
one.
0 damage.
Okay.
And
all right.
sorry, did I get anything from my insight check? Do I know if I should be concerned or not? I guess that's like
From the old lady, no. I guess if you from the old lady, she's just kind of like, "Wait, stop." Like not threatening. The other two though, I don't know.
it would be kind
it'd
of
be up to them.
I guess.
Up to them on
if
how they
my-
perceive it.
I'd
if
like
my
to do
roll was
it.
high enough.
Toto, are you gonna punch again?
I think once I hit you, they will stop.
I was gonna say at
once-
that point the
once,
granny is like,
once she
"Stop."
hits, I would like to lock eyes, transfer my detect thoughts, and do a dex check to grab her wrist and catch her. Like basically grapple her.
We'll do a grapple, contested grapple. You can
Yeah.
do
What do I
acrobatics
add for
or
grapple?
athletics.
Oh, great. Perfect.
Athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics.
So yeah, so it's contested on you. So I'm gonna go ahead and do acrobatics because I'm better at that. So
And it's the same
would you
for
like to
Toto. She
know
can do
what? Would
either
you
or.
like to know what you need to beat, or do you wanna know what I rolled?
I
You
can let
need
you know what
to.
I wrote too.
Okay, you need to beat a 22.
Oh,
Nope, that's a 9.
All right.
Oh.
So I just get your wrist and pull you towards me a bit, sort of like grab and then pull away, so that you're like I'm face to face as we can be, with our height difference as she's looking down at you. And then what is Toto thinking in this moment?
Toto is
I mean,
definitely thinking, why is Vivra still with us if she doesn't even want to be here in the first place?
jeez.
Oof. All right. Is she thinking anything else
Ooh-wee.
in the surface thoughts?
And Toto is also just maybe trying to fight back tears because they're angry and they don't know
Oh
how to
yeah,
regulate.
I was gonna say I think it tells me they're like emotions and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, what is most on its mind in that moment? Yeah. So that, and so yeah, her eyes kind of narrow as she just holds your wrist there. And she's going to look up at the old woman and go, I apologize for my friend's behavior. I think you should leave.
Yeah, that's up to you, I guess. If you're the leader, person in charge, I just wanted to.
Currently, I am.
Oh. Kenoki?
Since you grappled me, you laughed the pee out of me, so I'll be right back.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess. Velkorin, are you interacting with this at all, or are you just hanging out? Like I said, this would have woken you up too at this point.
I'm just watching.
You're just okay. She says, "Well, all right. I guess I was just looking to sit by the fire, talk to some people, but I can see my welcome is."
so Wither knows that with my insight check, Wither believes that the old woman isn't a threat. She like all I know is that I don't know how she got here, who she is, just that there's an old woman here in the middle of a cat fight, and that I don't have
A
any
wolf
negative
fight.
suspicions, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, from what you understood, the little woman was honest, and or at least her body language shows that she was honest.
Okay. Wither will kind of, and with my perception check, so Vivra, I don't remember the number I rolled, but Vivra, you don't have any like violent intent, right? Like,
Hostile.
yeah. Or like what would Wither pick up on the situation from you? What was it, like a 14 or something?
I don't. No, you rolled a 17 for insight before, but that was
Oh, okay.
that
Okay,
was
yeah.
yeah. I guess it's up to the other two what they think. What are their look?
And then I think if the roll is high enough, then Wither also knows that like Toto isn't like trying to kill Vivra,
Yeah,
just
no,
frustrated.
yeah.
So like
Not
I
yet.
know, yeah. So I
I can.
know
Oh,
that
I can
there's
speak
no
normally now.
immediate real threat, right?
it's
The
it,
immediate real threat is, I mean, the
it's a
biggest threat
schoolyard
right now
fight.
is
Wither
us
will,
getting a little bruised up, maybe, probably.
yeah, Wither will quietly like she's nervous because like she just got woken up while she was sleeping, like as if she was ambushed or something, like as if the group was in danger. So
See,
she just had a rough day yesterday. So she's trembling a bit, but she quietly kind of gently leads the old lady away from those two over to like the fire.
Oh,
And I'd also like to roll an insight check on Velkorin just to see what he thinks of this situation right now, since he's sort of their caretakers. If that's all right.
Sure.
I think that's the same as last time. Yeah, that's a 17 again.
ooh, Look at you go.
I guess, Velkorin, you can contest that or just say what you want to say.
It is on how my thoughts on how these two are arguing, right?
Yeah.
It's just they need to figure it out for themselves. I can't babysit them forever.
Okay, so Wythr can see that you're not you're
If
not
it was gonna
panicking or
be,
concerned or
if there was an issue, if there was like an immediate issue, I would move. But like,
okay.
You're
So
paying
Wythr can
attention, but
take
you're not
some
intervening.
comfort in
yeah,
that.
like they have to figure it out themselves. I can't keep intervening.
Okay, so Wythr
He's
is
tired.
calming down, and she's just gently leading the old lady away from those two, more to the
Once-
fire.
Yeah.
She's
Does
just
Toto
like,
say
"Oh,
anything
aren't you
else?
you sweet? You're just so sweet." And her hands are cold, by the way, too, for Wythr. They're not like they're cold, but it's not like you're holding an ice cube. But her hands are cold,
Okay.
and she's just gently holding her hand as you let her over by the fire, and she's like, "I have something just for you," and she pulls out a butter tart.
Oh my
This,
goodness.
you have this. This is just for you for helping me out if you would like.
Wythr hesitantly takes it. She doesn't eat it right away, but she does accept it.
Back to the other two that are fighting each other.
Yeah, I think that's the priority.
So our eyes are locked on each other at this point. Vivra said the thing that she's said and heard your thoughts, and her eyes like narrow, but she doesn't say that she's reading your thoughts, obviously. And as long as I don't dig deeper, you wouldn't know. So does Toto say anything else in this moment as we're just kind of glaring at each other?
Since you have Toto in the hold right now,
Yeah.
maybe they're like wiggling and maybe trying to bite you.
Wow. The moment your mouth like opens towards her, she's gonna shove your arm so that you fall onto your butt, hopefully. And then she's gonna just shake her head. Like, why are you here? And then she turns and walks away.
Yeah, walk away from all your problems, bitch.
Oof.
Oh, damn. I know she's a female wolf, but damn.
Just in the God damn it. Just in the background you hear Akari go, "Oh damn."
Nah, Carvey was saying,
I know.
just damn.
I know. I just thought it was
You're not my problem.
You're not mine either, so stay the fuck away from me.
Then why are you making me one?
Because you already made it to be my problem in the first place when you didn't say you didn't want to be friends. So why are you even here?
Accept that. Why are you acting so much immature about me not wanting to connect
Because
with
you're
you?
acting like such a bitch to everyone around.
I'm just acting like me.
Is it so hard to be civil?
Is it so hard to accept that I don't like you?
Yeah, whatever.
You're this golden child of this group or whatever. Everyone's all, "Oh, Toto's so cute and innocent," but why do you freaking like? You have everyone else here. They all like you. Why are you trying so hard to? Why?
Loading. I don't know. I guess I thought I just thought you were cool when you first joined us, but now you're just clearly not.
I'm not trying.
Excuse
to be
me
cool.
for trying. Excuse me for trying to like learn
I'm
the world.
Sorry that you only liked me for my wolf form. Found out I had a personality you weren't so savory with.
And I'm sorry I tried to be your friend. So just leave me the fuck alone from now on.
Good. Fine. And she'll start walking again. Ah!
Yay!
God damn.
Hey, attention! It's there.
Shake it out.
Shake it.
She goes into dire wolf and runs off.
Like Hunter's Mark. Just in case.
Yeah, got her, I guess. Well, I know you don't have Hunter's Mark. It'd be Velkorin that ought to do it.
You have a chance. It's what, 120 feet or something?
Hunter's
I'd say
Mark.
Toto goes off too. Like he just walks away.
Oh. I say a Hunter's Mark, I think, lets you. It knows, like, you can know the direction of where the person is as long as for like 8 hours. You don't know how far away it is. You just know which direction they are, I think.
I
when you
won't.
cast it at a higher level.
Yeah, I won't put actions or words in your mouth, though.
I'm gonna let him run off.
Oh, I knew it was coming, but oh my gosh.
The fuck?
I love that we joked about Vivra getting punched before the game started. And then...
We joked about it.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, before you joined.
I wasn't there for most of that.
Yeah,
I was like in water.
Me and Jaxi were. Jaxi was like, "Oh yeah, watch Vivra get punched," and I'm like, "If Vivra gets punched, she had it coming." And I started to make a scenario where Toto punches Vivra.
The prophecy.
Man, guys, stop spoiling the script. Jeez.
We spoke it into existence. Oh my god. Anyway, so we gotta get back. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry.
Vivra's doing her own thing.
She's not gonna go more than a mile away.
Yep,
I will say that. She's not making that mistake again.
Is Akari still hidden? Like, Akari hid, right?
Yeah, since you're awake now, you would have noticed Akari, because your passive is higher than that stealth.
Okay,
The passive is only within 5 feet, so if Akari's not within 5 feet...
Yeah, are we going with
that
going forward?
That's rules as written.
Okay, do I make an active roll?
If you want to look for Akari, yes.
Okay, yes. Let's see.
You probably notice she is missing.
Okay,
there's
that's
31.
Perception, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's not 31, but it is 25.
Yeah. You see Akari.
I was gonna say
25 better than my passive.
That's fantastic.
I was gonna say, even if it was a low roll, if you're just looking for her after all that, she probably let herself be seen.
So where is Akari?
Was there any trees?
Yeah, you probably would have camped out.
Oh, turn me into a wolf.
Ah!
Okay.
Wolf mode, activate.
Wolf mode.
She'd have been hidden behind a tree while watching them.
Oh, yeah. Ah, there we go.
Does Akari just look like she's just watching for information and to like see how it goes, or does she look concerned or anything?
You know, that's what I was thinking about. She was kind of, obviously listening in, but seeing how it went, probably a little. You can tell she's definitely thinking to herself, like trying to process what was that and what should that even mean, things like that.
Okay, so Velkorin looks fine. The old lady she seems fine. Vivra and Toto have left, and Akari looks maybe a tiny bit concerned.
Probably concerned, or at least thankfully thinking about that. That definitely went away, not expected.
And I think I can tell that you're trying to be hidden, so I'm going to stealth over to you to not reveal your location to others.
Okay, good, because the next thing she would want is still watch the old lady.
Probably go stealth, I guess, if you knew that. The lady's just gonna sit by the fire, I guess, since somebody let her sit by the fire.
Yeah. That is 26, I think.
Damn, you did beat me. Fuck. Alright. Yep. So the lady's just kind of looking at the fire, and then she looks up. Oh.
My brain stopped understanding math for a minute there.
I guess. So you said Toto walked off. Did you walk away from the camp, or just kind of away from the fire?
Well, she's walking over to where Akari is.
Oh, they
Toto.
asked. They asked.
Oh,
Toto.
sorry.
I think your stealth is good.
Yeah, your stealth is good. The old lady's just looking around and she's like, well, that's not how I... That wasn't my intent. I guess I started something on accident. As she's talking to herself because nobody's around her. I mean, she knows Velkorin is there, but as far as she knows, Velkorin's sleeping because he's wearing a mask. What are you guys doing?
Just crying.
The two creepers behind the trees. What are you guys doing?
Akari's being approached. So, see.
Yeah, so Wythr has stealthed over to Akari. Can
At the-
you see
at this point,
me
Granny's
sneaking up
pulling out
on
her
you?
own. Granny had pulled out her own treat, is just munching on her own sweets now.
Good question. Let's roll a perception.
What are you looking for?
Now you can
Me.
sneak.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can sneak up on her at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, so she doesn't intentionally sneak up on you or startle you or anything,
Okay.
but she's suddenly like beside you. And sort of just leans to get a look at your face. She's not saying much, but she's trying to check in on you.
Once she does the lean in to look at her face,
All of a
Akari
sudden, there's
eyes
a
would.
face next to your face.
Yeah, she just snapped her like, oh,
Fuck.
not pull out her daggers or anything at the very least, because you're just used to your stealth at this point.
Wythr
And-
is sometimes stealthy by accident. Like
Yep.
it's not always on purpose.
Ah, fuck, shit. What the hell?
She'll just ask her, so what's your feel on the old lady?
Wasn't what she was expecting you to bring up. She looks at you. Seems safe. Can I
Akari
do an
thinks, yeah.
investigation check on the tart that I have to see if there's anything suspicious about it?
1 second. I got two different conversations going. Hold on a second.
DM be multitasking.
I'm trying, okay?
Oh. That weather though. It's a thing. Oh, is it still cloudy?
Yeah.
Like,
actually,
is it more cloudy?
Actually,
Is
yeah, I
it
was gonna say
raining?
at this point the
We've
clouds
got
are
moody
a lot
weather.
thicker, and it looks like it's you can hear rumbling in the distance.
Ooh,
It's like a
okay, caught in
storm
the
is brewing.
Sorry.
No problem.
Just filling time. Don't worry, guys.
Rah 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 rah.
There's more like. Oh goodness. Zom, do you need one of us to fill in?
I'm sorry. This
You
dumb
guys
fucker decided to roll a crit, so now I have to give him details.
Oh no.
You,
Alright. Well, while
Vivra
detail is
and Toto
happening.
could, you guys could say
yeah.
what you're doing on your own.
That's what I was gonna say. I assume we're still near a forest, though we're headed towards the desert. We're not at it yet, I think.
Yeah, it's like it's for the most part it's kind of a meadow. So there are like scattered portions of forested area, but it's for the most part it's very plains / meadows. It's not like a dense forest, but there's little dense pockets of forest.
All right. So if it's mostly like meadows and stuff, I mean that gives Vivra the ability to just run as hard as she can, because she can just take off in a straight line instead of dodging and weaving around trees like she would normally in a forest. And while she likes being in a forest, there's something about just forcing her dire wolf body to the limit that just sort of helps her distract from her thoughts in her head and stuff. And like I said, she won't get more than a mile away from the group. She's not making that mistake again. So she'll run through the meadows and maybe get to the like edge of one or something and just kind of look around. And then maybe she'll look for a rabbit or a squirrel or something to chase and potentially bring back if she can catch it.
What did you say now, Wythr? Now that I'm not distracted.
I was doing an investigation check on a butter tart.
On the butter tart. Okay, yeah, go for it.
Very important stuff.
Yeah.
To see if there was anything suspicious about it. Holy crap, I'm rolling so well today. This makes up for last time.
Yeah, we're not fighting things
Yeah,
yet.
now I'm rolling all the nat ones. Thanks.
Yeah. It's a 28 investigation.
Whoa! I was not expecting that.
It's another
You
natural
can
19.
see the like sugar crystals on this beautiful butter tart. It is the prettiest butter tart you've ever had.
I've
The
got
smell
macro
of
lens
this
eyes.
thing is just like you can feel your mouth watering as soon as you kind of give it a good whiff. Oh, this thing looks pristine. Like a
you're like the
master
mole
chef
from
created
Atlantis.
this thing right now. You just want to devour it right now, even though you might not like butter tarts.
And it's nothing suspicious.
Nothing
about
suspicious.
It, at
It
all.
is literally just a butter tart.
I have a
This is
question.
crazy.
Yep.
Is anybody by the camp now? Is it just me?
It's you and the old lady, and then the other two are hiding behind a tree.
I mean,
How
Ryder is
close?
about
How
to-
close
did
are
Toto
they?
go
Then?
far? Did Toto go?
And then
Yeah, you both walked off.
Oh, I ran off.
Yeah.
But like,
River
how
ran
close are
away.
the closest people?
As far as I know, how far away are you behind the tree?
I'm not sure, that would be up to Akari, but Wythr was about to gesture for them to go back, unless you wanted to do something by yourself, Velkorin.
I do.
Okay, then I'll stay with Akari for a bit.
I would like to use
Well,
Akari's lens of
this
truth on that butter tart.
is all going.
Okay.
While this is
You
all going on.
identified a normal ass butter tart.
Akari gives a thumbs up to her.
With her nods.
I
yeah.
I would like to go and sit next to the old lady.
Oh,
I can't do it right now, but in my real accent.
Yep.
Um,
Well, hello, dearie. Did you care to keep this old lady some company, I see?
I'm gonna hand her a piece of candy.
Ooh, I'll trade you. And she hands you a cookie.
I'm assuming business has been well.
Kind of gives you a weird look. Oh, I forgot to also like in the picture you saw her eyes were red. Like that one red eye is like glowing red. I should have made that distinction. She kind of gives you the side, and she's like, "Oh, do you know who I am?"
We've never met, but I do know of you.
Hmm.
You're free to camp with us tonight if you would like.
Well, I thank you for the hospitality. She's still holding out the cookie, by the way.
I will take the cookie.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I will save this until I can take off my mask.
There.
And I'm gonna stuff it into my candy bag.
She attempts to pinch your cheek, but there's a mask. She's like, "You're just so cute."
I have to ask, are you traveling a specific way?
Not really. Like I said, I was just kind of wandering around and I heard some beautiful music and I decided I wanted to go see what was going on.
Yes, I apologize for my band of companions, but
No, I understand. I mean, you can see how I look like. I understand why the large lady would be, not hostile, but alert to someone that I look like. So, I'm used to how people look at me at this point, so. But again, I didn't mean to stir up something's going on between there, but I guess I stirred something up on accident, so I'm sorry for that.
nobody's close to us, right? Still?
Besides the two that are hiding behind the tree.
But they can't hear this conversation.
Yeah, and you have a mask. We're not reading lips or anything. You're
Yeah.
good.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna hold out my hand, like palm up, so like like a dainty handshake if she wants to put her hand into it.
You will.
It's finally a pleasure to meet you. My name is Velkorin Kiris.
Nice to meet you, Velkorin. Like I said to the other one, you can just call me Granny.
It'll be my pleasure, Granny. Would you like some actual food instead of these sweets?
I would love some food if you're offering.
There's
I
leftovers if you want.
grab, I reheat, like I put the leftovers and I
You
make sure to
you
heat it
guys
up.
got a stew or something going, probably.
Yeah, and I fetch her a bowl.
Ah. Well,
I figure by this time, like I would
Mother
have to
made
switch back
sautéed
to
fruit earlier.
That's true.
my regular accent, my accent that
Your
I use for the
accent that you
party.
can't do right now.
I can't do either right now. And just because it's been long enough to where I don't know how long it'll take for them to get back. But it's a notable change, so she would notice the change.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what kind of people do you usually run into on the road?
I take a liking to the younger adventurers just because somebody needs to watch over them. You know how they are. Too confident sometimes. Well, but confidence is always a good thing. They need to be pushed sometimes, so I tend to kind of pop in on them to give them a little scare, but, give them some treats and you go.
And sometimes they need to find their own path.
Exactly.
I'm just going to have, like, traveling conversations with her for the rest of the night, if possible. Just, like, to get information on, like, where she's been and what she's seen. But mostly it's like, this is another... Since I know who it is, she's very well traveled, so I would like.
He's been everywhere.
So anything she can tell me that's special or unique, or that she's seen that she thought was interesting, like I just want to have those kind of random, like old war story conversations with Grandma.
Yep. You're talking about the war with Grandma.
Yeah.
She's seen some shit. We can do a conversation for that later. Because I'll probably want to give you some details, but not too much. But yeah, so at this point, like I said, Granny and Velkorin are just talking, so I guess what is everybody else doing?
Akari would. Oh.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Akari would at some point already come back to the campfire and see them two talking and just mention, what about the other two? Who's taking watch next? The whole schedule has been ruined.
Like I say, also Granny would have put down her basket of various sweets for you guys at this point too.
I will take watch while you guys rest. They'll be back. They're not going anywhere. I feel like I have to like swallow my mic.
Wythr sits by the fire and she stares at her butter tart. She's just admiring it and looking at it.
This is an art piece.
She seems lost in thought about something.
The counter of rolling a nat 20 or something for your investigation.
Yeah. And at some point, she sort of quietly says to the old lady, teach me?
You want to learn?
And she points at the tart.
Aw, cute.
She nods.
I don't really teach someone how to, but tell you what, you're interesting. So I'll write up the recipe for you and you can at least try to make it yourself.
She tilts her head a bit when she's called interesting, like, huh? She nods.
So, before Akari decides to go to the tree, she'll just ask the Velkorins, so you're sure you want to let them both just stay out there on their own? The wolf, I understand, but the other one, you're gonna just let them be too?
Is Toto there? She's back already.
No.
From like 50 feet away, you hear, "Hey!" and it just echoes.
It's like, "Hey!"
She didn't know if you should call her like your kid or not.
This is my child now. Nope, apparently not.
Was that towards me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, wait, what was the question?
It was like she says, I understand the wolf, but the other one, are you sure that you want to
Well-
just leave her out there? Leave them out there.
They won't get far.
Okay then. Akari's like, it's good enough for me. And
Oh,
goes,
well.
turns back to the tree, climbs up it, and makes a nice resting spot for her long rest.
I will say, Pippin probably flew off. So.
That's why I'm not worried. I was gonna just DM you and say Pippin is in
Yeah.
their
Pippin
their
probably.
satchel.
Oh, in their satchel. Okay, that works too.
Nice.
Stealth
Just
check.
being
Stealth
shaken
check, all right,
around while
fine.
they're-
I don't need a check. I've
okay.
got a secret spy for that.
Secret spy. Yeah, well,
Moment you say it won't get
I
far.
will still do it because we gotta see if Pippin can stay hidden in there.
Let me roll.
Akari still gives the thumbs up
I
and
rolled
heads to her
for you
spot in
as
a
a
tree.
19 stealth, so I guess Toto wants to try to. Well, yeah, that's higher than your
Perception.
passive, so I'm gonna say that probably.
Oh yeah, if it was
What
passive.
do I roll? What am I rolling?
I guess you can do perception.
Whee! I'm oblivious.
Yep.
7.
Oh my gosh.
Toto's in your bag. You don't know he's in there. But I needed
It
to.
smells like cheese in there.
No, it smells like tea. You just took a bath in tea.
He
Um,
just took a tea bath.
Okay, I'm dying, so I need to take a bathroom break real quick. We will
Okay.
Yep.
be right
And
back.
Akari is in her tree for the long rest as I go use the bathroom too.
Okay.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Now that I'm not dying anymore. Oh, where were we? Okay, we were gonna. Unless anybody else. What?
I was gonna go next, I
Yep,
think.
go for it.
Because you guys, unless, Toto, have you talked about where you're going and what you're doing, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense anyway, because I think Vivra only really planned on being away from the camp for maybe 30 minutes. She's gonna do the running where she, you know, pushes herself really hard, and if you want me to make a con save for that, it's not a super long time that she's pushing herself, but she's genuinely, like, just angrily running really fast. So that's up to you, I
Sure.
think.
I'll do a
All
con
right.
save, and if you roll on that one, then it might fuck you.
I rolled a 15,
All right,
so
you're good.
plus whatever, so I'm fine.
You're good.
And then the other one that I wanted to do, like I said, I wanted to try to hunt down a rabbit. I figure that's like
Hunt down
survival
a rabbit.
or whatever.
That'll be
just
survival.
Get some food. Yeah, just get some food. So we'll see if I can get some food. And 21.
Oh yeah.
So
You
wow.
probably found a couple.
You took a break, and my dice were like, okay.
Yep.
But
oh no, that means mine will be bad
two.
now.
I find 2 rabbits. You
Yeah,
said?
I'll say you found 2.
Yes. So I kill them and I catch them. I said I'm looking for dinner.
Yeah.
But I don't immediately eat them. I scoop them up by the scruff of their necks after I've broken them. And then once I have them, I've already, you know, run for a while, and I'm just gonna, about 30 minutes after leaving, I take 5 or 10 minutes to trot all the way back to the camp. And I mean, I assume Velkorin's still just sitting up or whatever. So she's gonna.
Velkorin's not sitting up. He's talking to the old lady.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Just sitting. Wythr, I'm not murdering you. You're fine. But roll for Wythr. Roll to find Wythr in the game.
Did you find a snow bunny on accident?
Chat isn't safe from us.
Chat will be consumed.
Wythr immediately made a cameo and then immediately died.
No, we're in summer right now, right? So Wyntr's fine. Right? So anyway, sorry. I read it and I had to say something. Anyway. So yeah, so she's gonna quietly walk up and just set them at his feet, look at him, not say anything, no telepathy or anything, and after like 2 seconds, glance to the old woman, and then turn away.
He's just smiling.
Oh, this woman is too nice, and I have no reason not to trust her. So
she's a sweet old lady.
Yeah, I know. She's given me no reason not to trust her, so that's why I'm going off of that. But Vivra's naturally distrusting, so even though she's like, there's no reason to not trust her, I need to stop feeling like this, but I'm gonna keep feeling like this. I was supposed to be guarding this camp, and now this woman's in the camp. But Velkorin's talking to her, so we're fine. And so once she does that, she's gonna turn away and slowly start patrolling again. And by the way, she's a dire wolf now, so she's like 3 times as big because she chose that form because she's angry. She was angry. She's still angry.
So, you know, when you went to grab those bunnies, you accidentally ate like 2 of them in the process. Well, I found 4. Actually caught like 4, but you accidentally ate 2 of them because, you know, you're dire wolf.
And plus the first one I probably just shredded because I was so mad. I don't touch humans. Animals are not safe. So, yeah, but she's going to resume her patrol because she'd only technically completed a little over half of it. And so that's what she's just pacing around the camp now. Back on alert, but upsetty spaghetti.
The old lady glances at you for a second. She's like, I wonder. She reaches into her sleeve again and pulls out a dog treat this time.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
Like,
what do I need to roll to be not attracted to a stupid dog treat? Is it
I'll say that's a wisdom save. Let's do wisdom.
Okay. Oh, I absolutely passed. I rolled a 15 and it's +6. That's another 21. Thank you, dice, for not making me
You smell it and
I smell it and I'm like, that's a stupid dog food. I'm not interested in dog food. I don't have a dog brain right now.
But
She,
that
she,
little
like,
side,
glares.
there's that little side twinge in the back of your head that's like,
My
oh,
ear
that
flicks for a
smells
second.
really good and looks
Yeah.
tasty for some reason. But no, it's a dog treat.
I glare, my ear flicks, my right ear just does a little flick back real quick, like how dogs do, and then I keep patrolling.
Yes, she shrugs and says, "Okay, why not?" Puts it back in her sleeve.
All right, that's what I'm doing. Someone else go.
Toto, what are you doing? What were you doing? I guess.
I think Toto walked off far enough, like still in like the plains area, but I'll just stopped and sat on a little hill.
Stargazing without any stars.
Pretty much.
The low rumbles of the thunder as the storm seems to be approaching, or at least from the distance.
Having my sad anime boy moment.
Sad anime boy, yep.
Mhm.
Appropriate. Right? Anybody else doing anything then?
Wither's ears are twitching at the sound of thunder because it's not something she's had a lot of.
Oh. Big random. Just that kind of like, it's probably a really heavy storm from a distance, but it's just kind of that constant rolling thunder. But it's not raining yet. It's very windy.
Toto gets struck by lightning.
Don't tempt the DM.
Please don't smite me.
I didn't think about that.
Oh my god.
No.
Wither doesn't look scared of the storm, but she does flinch a little bit at the thunder occasionally. She breaks the tart kind of in half and eats the bigger half and gives the smaller half to, well, no, Pippin's not here. She gives the smaller half to Velkorin and then goes to lie down again.
By the way, this is the best butter tart you have ever tasted.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I don't think has Toto ever had one of these before?
Wither?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
A butter tart? Maybe. Probably something similar. She's definitely had similar things with like dates and sugar and stuff like that.
Sugary sweet pastry. Okay. Yeah, I guess if nobody else has anything they want to do for the night, Velkorin, you can do a survival check for your night watch.
Give me 1 second to get my stats.
Roll 2 since I went back to patrolling.
Yeah, if you went to sleep, you can do yours as well.
13.
13. Okay.
And you said it's survival, right?
Are you staying up for the watch?
Yeah. She went back to pacing because she's like, I'm just gonna finish it.
Okay. Just you finish your half of the watch or the entire thing?
Yeah, my whole watch. Because I had, but when the old lady came, it was after I'd already done a little more than
It was
half.
like halfway through your watch.
Yeah, because I was back into human form 2 hours, out of 4. So yeah, more than halfway.
Okay.
So is that survival or perception or what?
Yeah. Survival if you're helping with the watch. Or you can either give Velkorin advantage or roll yourself.
Is your survival higher than mine?
Oh, I did the wrong thing.
Because I got a pretty solid survival over here.
He's got
it wasn't whatever I said. It was +3 of whatever I said, so it was 17.
He's got a +4.
We've got a +7.
Oh, you've got a +7? Oh, I've got a
never mind.
+6.
Never mind. I'm looking at fucking.
Yep.
I'm looking at.
Well, I'm like,
you're
what
looking
are
at Pippin.
Look at Pippin. Yeah, I got a +4.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like, damn.
I got an 18 total for my roll.
Okay.
Because I'd already rolled, so it's like.
But technically speaking,
Technically.
she gets another point of exhaustion.
Why do I get an
Are you just staying
This
up
is
to the
second-
end of your
This is second
watch,
shift.
or entirely with Velkorin's watch too?
No, I'm finishing my watch.
Okay, so
and
just
then
the
I'm
2
s-
hours.
And then I'm skulking over into the carriage or whatever.
Okay. Well, you're just doing 2 hours and then going to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take my long rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
All right. So, Velkorin, the only thing that you notice, the storm seems to be coming closer to your guys' direction. It seems like I said, it's the rolling thunder. Just it's getting louder. I would say after about probably 3 hours ish, it's starting to rain at this point now for you
Wythr
guys.
hasn't been in a lot of storms, so she didn't even think to go inside. She fell back asleep outside, so now she's probably woken up by the rain.
Yep, she's gonna get soaked.
And it crawls into the carriage.
If they have anybody that would want to go into the carriage, should go for it, I would say.
Yep.
But yeah, otherwise, your watch went off normal. At some point in the night, Granny left, and it was kind of weird because it kind of was like the whole you looked away and you looked back and she was just gone. But yeah, so
It was an
Granny,
illusion all along.
maybe.
I'm still hallucinating.
Oh no.
Holding on to the butter tart.
Wythr, roll a wisdom save. No. But yeah, your watch would go off fine. Vivra, you need to do your check though for the night.
Yeah, yep. Oh, come on. Just fail. Come
Whatever your check is, it's gonna happen soon.
on. Oh,
Yeah, I
it's
hope this is gonna
happening. It's
happen.
happening now.
Would you roll?
Yes.
I rolled an 11 and it's plus whatever's not gonna make it, right?
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's Wythr had her trauma episode last time. Now it's time to traumatize Vivra.
It's time.
a
Last
little bit of
time I
Toto,
rolled
too.
high. My dice last time were like, no, it's Wither's time.
Mhm.
Be patient. And I'm like, all right, you got it, dice. Here we go.
Second. I guess in response to your thing, you said, do you want her to be the thing you asked me?
Her to what?
In your secrets, do you want her to be?
Can you text it to me? Because I don't. My brain is not working. Just tag me in the secrets or something. I don't.
You want to be the thing.
Oh, why
Trying to
not?
be.
Why not?
Okay.
That can be the trigger. Why not?
Do the roar.
Do it. No, shot.
Do the roll.
Oh, put me into a person again.
Nope.
Oh, right.
Put me back in my person skin real quick.
Nah. You're just a wolf all the time,
My
anyways.
person skin.
Jesus, that's fucked
The
up.
human suit.
Yeah.
My flesh prison.
So for you, Vivra, at this point, you would have, like, you could hear the thunder in the distance, which probably made you uncomfortable.
Yeah, and she still tries to sleep, of course.
Yep.
And
And
I assume she makes it most of the way through the night. Yeah.
Yep. It would be up until it started raining, probably. But we'll go to something else first.
Ooh.
Pause the
Yes.
music.
Yes, go do something else.
I need drama. I bought all the way at the bottom. There. Hey, where's the pause? There's the one. Stop. That's fine. So, yeah. So we'll be in Vivra's head right now. Right. As Vivra's, you managed to ignore or at least attempt to ignore the thunder for the most part, and you did finally lull off. And at this point, you would be dreaming, and it's just kind of starts out. It's very dark, like very dark. There's nothing around you. Kind of just looking around.
I'm able to look around and
You're
like
able
reach
to look
out and
around, but
stuff, or-
it's like you can perceive that you're looking somewhere, but You're
Okay.
just kind of surrounded in dark. And then after a while, you feel the wind blowing on your face. And the wind picks up. And there's just kind of this faint, very, very faint, almost like dusk light that starts to light up where
Can
you
I
are.
move? Can I move towards it, or?
Sure.
All right, I do that.
And as you kind of make your way to the light, you kind of feel all of a sudden like as you're walking, your steps are getting heavier, and all of a sudden it kind of feels like you're sinking into the ground with every
Oh
step.
no.
And now it kind of just feels like you're walking in sand at this point. And that wind that's been blowing all at your face, all of a sudden the wind is stronger and it's pushing, and you can just like it's resistant as you're walking at this point. And now you can just kind of feel the sand that's stinging your eyes and hurting your skin because it's pushing hard against you. The sun starts to rise higher. You blink, and all of a sudden, it's like the sun is at high noon, and
Oh, it's too bright.
it's just draining you, and it's bright, and the wind is still blowing very hard. Shut up, Sky! God damn it! Um, the wind is just blowing and pushing you, and it's rough, and you're having, obviously you know where you are, or I should say you don't know where you are, but this memory kind of just stuck in your head. You blink again, and all of a sudden the scenery has changed. You're kind of in this somewhat of a grassland.
Still getting whipped by the wind and sand, or is it
The wind has
suddenly?
stopped at this point. Now you're just kind
Okay.
of in a field. It seems like you're in a meadow.
Okay. Do I need to roll perception or recognize this place?
You definitely recognize it. But yeah, I'll have you roll a perception to see if I can add some more flavor.
Well, not if I fail.
I know. That's why I said see if I can add
Oh,
some
is
flavor.
it sunny? If it's sunny out, I have to roll at disadvantage.
It is not anymore.
Okay. So, 7?
7.
Yeah. So I just see the grasslands and I just recognize the place. I think why she doesn't really see much is she still kind of feels the sting of the sand even though it's gone. So in this moment she's trying to get it out of her face.
Eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're wiping your eyes, and no matter how much you wipe your eyes, you just can't seem to get the sand out of your eyes. Even
Ugh.
though you know where you are, because
Mm.
you've been here for most of your young life.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um
you blink again, and now you are at your home,
am I in front or inside of it?
inside of it.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking through and I'm gonna call out and go, "Mom? Dad? Uh Zorak, is anyone here?"
No response.
Guys, come on. We're not playing hide and seek right now. Okay. She's gonna start getting a bit annoyed because she's kind of used to her siblings hiding from her, but she's also starting to get a little anxious because her parents never participated in that stuff. So now she's like, did you guys go to the store without me? I mean, you could have left a note. Sorry if I overslept. Why, guys?" And she's gonna go through the rooms and then eventually probably find her way to the front door and push it open to step outside.
Again, you kind of you blink, and as you go out the door, all of a sudden you just kind of hear something smells like smoke.
Oh no.
There's a lot of And also just like you can see the smoke at this point, and you can see a lot of the orange glow kind of all around you. A lot of smoke, hard to breathe.
Okay. It's not gonna do much, but I'll try to put my hand over my mouth to, because she's not really wearing anything that she could cover her face with. Maybe, can she see, does she have her satchel on her? Does she have any of her tools, any items that she can use?
You don't have anything.
Oh, yeah, okay. So she sees this smoke and the fire, and she's like, this isn't, oh my gosh. And she's gonna start running towards her family's field.
While you're running at that point, you might have started to hear a couple screams.
Okay.
In that direction.
In the direction that I'm running?
Yep.
Okay, that just makes me want to run even faster, because she wants to try and, make sure they're okay.
As you're running, the smoke is getting thicker. Hard to breathe, It's hard to see. The air is thick, you can't breathe because of the smoke. There's the orange glow is now just kind of everywhere. It's hot.
I try to cast Gust to get the smoke away from me.
Nothing happened.
Okay, she's gonna keep running, trying to find them, calling out their names.
At this point here.
Oh my gosh.
You blink again.
Huh.
Everybody awake?
The jump scare, man. Yeah, so she hears that, and
immediately
she's like,
recognize that sound.
Yeah. And she's like, she grabs for her umbrella, and then, you said she doesn't have anything on her, so she feels nothing. And she's like, what the, and so she's like frantically looking around, and just like, Zorek, Zant, someone.
Blink again, and now you're in your field at this point.
Okay. Do I see them or anything, or is like how you said the smoke was getting thicker? I assume I can still at least see a few feet in front of me at this point.
Yep, it's looking at pea soup right now. It's like you can see about 5 feet in front of you.
Oh, it's so bad. Yeah. So yeah, she's
all of a sudden
at
you
this
just
point.
hear your brother shout, "Run! Get away!"
I freeze in that moment when I hear him say run, and I remember, and I want to roll some sort of
Make a dexterity save.
because she wants to run towards the voice, but at the same time it's that sort of internal panic setting in, like,
well, I'll make it easy for you. Make a dexterity save.
Okay. 14. Oh no.
Let me roll 2. Where'd my dice go? His finger. What the fuck? Oh, there it is.
Goodness gracious. This is a serious moment.
I know. All of a sudden, a beast jumps onto you. Long, black creature with red markings all over its arms. The face you recognize as the shield that you carry.
Yeah. As it's jumping on me, I try to cast Entangle on it to just keep it away.
It happens again.
Nope, of course. Yeah.
And again. Now you hear it. Only much louder because it's right in your ear.
Oh.
You're right and left. Yeah. You see 2 more that are slowly lumbering their way over to you as the one has pinned you down to the ground.
Yeah, so she's like trying so hard to push this creature off, but it's got her pretty solidly pinned right now, I would presume. And
yep.
And at this point, she's just screaming. She's like, "No, no, no! This isn't what happened!"
And then the beast goes bite you. You wake up.
And I think if that's the moment she wakes up, the last sentence she said, she screams aloud.
That would wake up some people for sure.
Would
She's
probably wake up
inside the
everybody.
carriage, so
Wither's in the carriage.
yeah.
Anybody who is in the carriage, that would wake them up.
Wither's startled awake again for the second time, and she's like,
Yeah.
she looks
Yeah.
around.
As she's waking up, what happens I think is her hands instinctively grip her spear, and she's like jabbing it forward in front of her. And so I'm assuming there's no one sleeping in front of her.
I'd say Wither's probably like beside her, off to the side a bit, but like wakes up
Toto's probably
startled and like
furthest away.
And I also would have said that, like, as you woke up, there would have been an extremely loud crack of the what probably
Yeah.
woke you up.
Like, yeah, probably. And she's like shaking and gripping her staff so tightly that her knuckles turn white pretty quick. Yeah.
you can see Wither's breathing a bit heavily, but she just says, Vivra? And she's got her hands sort of not touching you, but outstretched in a, like, I'm here to help kind of gesture.
She hears her name and like instinctively like starts to kind of elbow in that direction, but like stops when she's like, no, that's familiar. And she's like, her breathing is very just
Wither keeps like a respectful distance to not put her into more of a panic, but is standing there or kneeling there beside her with sort of her hands out.
Yeah. She looks down at her hands and they are trembling as she sees the spear and probably a tiny little nick in the caravan that she's just made. And she sort of very slowly forces herself to release it from her hands and let it fall to her side away from you. And
Wither
then,
will gently patch it and set it down for her.
okay. She's right now, she's just kind of looking at you and she's like, and she doesn't seem to be able to really form words in this moment.
I have a pretty good insight, so I could probably guess that it was a bad dream, right? Or would you like me to roll for it?
I think that's up to the DM, but like she was sleeping, you were sleeping, and suddenly, wow.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's one of those common sense moments, I would say.
If you look towards the entrance of the sleeping area, you'll just see Akari staring aside with her eyes red. Daggers are ready for a moment.
Again, she's ready to fight all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Wither nods.
Her eyes will go
Vivra.
back. Will go back and you see there's no enemies.
Yeah, and she also like does like a calm down motion with her hands towards Akari of like, it's all right.
Fine, it's fine. Calm down.
Yeah. So so Akari just stays in the doorway, or are you just like, oh, it's fine?
She'll probably go back out. Is it morning by now or is it still night?
As far as you know,
I don't
it's
know.
dark because it's storming at this point.
Yeah.
Wait, oh my god, I just realized I haven't been rolling any of my checks at disadvantage.
Oops.
I completely forgot.
I forgot too,
Well.
so oh well.
Yep. Yeah, it's all set there now.
Oh, sorry. I
Oh,
was
well.
rolling so well too. That sucks.
That's why you were rolling well. The dice were
Oh my
like, "Hey, wait
God.
a second."
Hey, wait, you're
Yeah.
supposed to roll the second time, so this can be bad.
Damn
Oh
it.
well, that's
Just
It's
pretend
fine.
everything I did was slightly less successful.
fine. Oh well.
Yeah. So
The storm is definitely above you guys now, so it's
yeah.
it's
Oh,
for
it's right above us.
Yeah, it's on you now. There's heavy thunder. It's raining, not too terribly hard. It's more so the wind that's making the noise more than the rain. So it's
Okay. So I would say they would probably likely sit there just trying to steady their breath a bit more as you're, doing your silent comfort. And then as another crackle of thunder rumbles across the sky, the moment that big just kaboom hits, she grabs Wythr and just pulls her in a really tight hug. Just
support.
shaking.
Wythr is a little shocked, but she's not against it, and she puts her hand like on your arm or something, like somewhere she can reach. She just puts her hand on you as an extra comforting motion. If she can reach, she might reach for like a water flask for Vivra or something. Hand her like a flask of water or something.
Okay. Yeah, so they she'd only hold with her for a few seconds, like until the rumbling stops again, and then she'll like let go and just sorry, sorry, and then take the water and take a shaky sip.
Wythr just nods her head like it's all right.
It's not. It's not. Ugh, it's stupid. I should have. It's dumb. I'm sorry.
She shakes her head like no.
What do you mean, no?
Not stupid.
It's, I don't know. Uh, you, you ever, okay. I know it's still, you probably haven't had a good sleep. We don't have to talk. You can, ugh.
It's
Yeah, well,
you
Vivra doesn't
guys
know
wouldn't be
that.
able to tell, but it's probably about an hour from dawn. But you can't
Vivra
you
breaks
can't
the
really
fourth
tell.
wall and sees my character sheet.
Vivra glances at the character sheet. Your exhaustion is gone.
You're fine.
No, yeah, but so she'd still kind of be like, if you need more rest, you can just whatever. And I think she does have like tears in her eyes as well. It's just as tough as she's trying to act, she does not look okay.
Wythr holds out her hand towards Vivra just as an offering for her to hold her hand if she needs to.
Vivra will hesitate and then slowly take it. And then she'll let out a sigh and just this is probably going to sound dumb, but do you ever have something that you think you've been over for like a year and then it shows up again and you're like, well, that's stupid. Why are you here again?
Her head lowers slowly, but she doesn't respond. She seems a little lost in thought over it, like that was a big question.
Uh, detect thoughts.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is your second time probably
Oh
seeing something
no.
horrible.
Surface thoughts again.
Surface thoughts only,
It's
please.
it's not as fresh as it was after the hallucination brought things back up again, but you see Wither's thoughts aren't like a conversation or a voice in her head usually. It's more of like images and feelings, like
Yeah.
less of a narration.
Okay.
But you would How deep do I go for this? Because I know it's not the
It's
super
surface
deep
thoughts.
thought.
Whatever she's thinking the moment Vivra asks that question,
I say
and
whatever
then
whatever
anything
she
that
thought
she
of when
thinks.
she said that question.
Yeah.
Uh, you would probably see. Oof, this is tough.
I would
This
see
is
what?
tough. This is tough.
Stuff. This is tough.
This
Okay.
is tough.
No,
Um,
take a moment, it's fine.
you would see probably like a flashing image of a lot of soldiers and chaos.
Whoa.
It's in a dark place, and then you can feel that she's like shoving that down. Like she's immediately in denial and denying that memory right away.
Mm,
And it just kind of goes to like just a quiet desert, nothing but sand, nothing on the horizon. It's just her dissociating.
mm.
And then she looks back up at you.
I'll break the thoughts. I'll stop the spell. I'm not gonna dig.
She gently squeezes your hand. But she does nod because you did ask her if she had something like that. So she eventually answers with a nod.
Okay. Um, I don't know what else to say. Uh, she's like, I'm not gonna pry about it. I don't, I don't know if I want to know.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, she's saying that.
Wythr doesn't know that you were seeing her
Yeah,
thoughts,
she
so
she
she
doesn't.
tilts
Yeah.
her head, confused at what you're saying.
Oh, well, because you nodded to say yes, and so she's
Mm,
trying to figure
yeah.
out what to say in response to that. Um, I'm sorry. I don't know. But yeah, it it was just a bad dream.
Mother
Uh,
nods and she remembers that you liked sweets too at one point. So she gets out
Also the
like
doctrine.
Ew.
no. Wythr
No,
respects people
I
more than
know.
that.
I know. I'm joking.
She pulls out like some like sweet dried fruits and also um like a kind of
Know
what?
immediately that she's reading your thoughts. It's a
Yeah.
verbal spell. She has to
It's a
say
verbal spell? Is
it's
it?
yes, it is. It's a
Oh,
verbal, somatic, and
oh, it
material
is.
component
I
spell.
guess I
Well,
guess I would know there's a
Well,
spell
then
being
you would
cast,
know
but
that I cast something, but
she doesn't really know what you
yeah.
did.
Yeah, you just know a
Uh,
spell was cast
she's just like,
on you.
man, what is with these people?
they keep saying random words and sparkles
Yeah,
happen, and then
yeah,
What is
they
going
give us,
they
on?
always look confused after they do it for some reason.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
a copper coin just
And
disappears.
She's like, people are weird here.
actually, with a low level spell, the copper piece doesn't disappear. It's just
Yeah,
you have to have it.
yeah.
It would,
Yeah.
if it was consumed, it would say so in the spell. But yeah,
You
you're
lost
right.
a green
There
rupee?
is a verbal component, and so now I gotta remember that.
Yeah, so she gives you some sweet dried fruits and like a nougat thing with nuts in it.
Okay. You said that this would wake everyone up. Akari showed up and walked away.
Nah, car stayed in the carriage with it storming.
Oh, right.
I was assuming everybody probably is sleeping in the carriage because it's pouring.
Oh,
I
so
would
yeah,
assume.
so
So it would have woken up anybody. Like I said, whoever's in the carriage would have been woken up.
Yeah,
okay.
she didn't go back to
Then
sleep,
I
but
think we
she is
should.
sitting there in the corner.
Okay. What about Velkorin and Toto have said nothing.
I ain't saying anything to you.
I think
Yeah,
Toto just
I know Toto. I know. I know
Check
you
it out.
probably won't, but
I've got nothing to say.
Aw. Ouch.
Damn.
Then I guess she'll
I
just
mean,
kind of
everybody else is jumping to talk to you, right?
no.
Well, Wyther
Wither.
did.
Just Wythr.
Well, talk is
Yeah.
Loose
Wythr does what
word.
she can.
Akari pulled out her knives, and then when she realized it was just a bad dream, she was like, "All right, peace." Yeah. Then in that case, especially since everyone else is literally here, she's just not really gonna say anything more.
Right. I assume nobody's gonna do anything else. Like I said, I guess you can choose if you decided to fall back asleep or not. But either way, after
That's
about
not happening.
probably not. No. After about 2 hours or so, the storm seems to have passed. And the sky is starting to glow as dawn breaks. So, what?
Wyther spent the rest of the time resting, just leaning on Vivra, unless
Yep.
Vivra wanted to
Aw.
move at some point. But that's it.
I don't think Vivra would push her away in this moment. I think she wouldn't necessarily cuddle up to Wyther, but if Wyther wanted to lean on her, she would just let her at this time.
She let the dairy out, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So yeah. The rest of your night, no issues. The rest of the night. And it is now morning. The air around everything is kind of it's a little cool because it rained, but it's also kind of just everything's wet, so it's kind of like kind of that muggy morning after it's been raining. What would you all like to do? You got about one more day's worth of travel until you get to your objective. You'll probably get there in the early evening if you leave soon.
On the road again.
I'm just gonna assume everybody's gonna pack up and get ready to go.
Yeah.
Who is leading or driving? Is Velkorin still driving, I assume?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll have you do survival just to see if you...
Wyther can help with being on the lookout this time because she's not exhausted anymore.
Anybody
Will she be on
who...
top of the carriage too?
Yep, I was gonna say,
Sure.
Velkorin do a survival, and the two that are looking out do a perception. Either you both can roll, or somebody can roll at advantage.
20.
20. Gee.
Oh, I rolled good again.
Nice.
Where's my roll?
23 total for perception.
14 this time.
Wow. Dang. Akari doesn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Velkorin, you have traveled on this path a couple times before, and just kind of, you kind of feel like we need to move a little faster, I guess, or the horses seem to be well rested comparatively to, the first time you guys went and forced the horse to travel for 2 days straight. So you kind of pick up and you manage to make a couple hours of headway. At this point, as far as you guys, both Wythr and Akari haven't noticed too much going on. It's surprisingly empty for being an open field. Even like you guys, outside of the occasional just caravan or wandering traveler, just walk past you guys, and they just usually give you a slight wave as they walk past, keep on their own business. And then as you guys kind of start to get closer, at about probably a mile's way distance, you can start to see the outskirts of a ranch. As you're kind of making your way towards the ranch, Wythr specifically, up above you, you see a fairly large crow flying around. Kind of seems to be circling around your guys' caravan.
Insight check the crow.
Insight check the crow. What did
I'll
the
do it if
crow
you let
do?
me.
Sure.
Big crow. That's kind of sus.
Crows don't usually circle around people, right? Unless there's dead things.
I don't
Wow,
know.
what a
Or
sussy
if they're
crow.
It's okay.
friends.
It wasn't good. 11 total.
11. I mean, you see the bird. Seems to be.
Burb.
He's not like he's not literally just flying in circles around you guys. It seems like he's kind of. He keeps coming back to you guys, but is kind of doing its own thing. Like it keeps. It almost looks like you didn't roll too high to know what it's doing, but it kind of seems like it's checking other things, but keeps coming back to you guys as you guys are getting closer to the ranch. Yeah, a few times you do hear it paw at you guys. But it's fairly high up in the air, but kind of a crow watching you guys as you're making your way to the ranch. Keep moving your guys' way to the ranch, I assume.
God, I try to look up and I'm like, sun, and then I go back in.
Yep.
Hisses at the
It's
sun.
well, it's not like blue sky sun. It's overcast, so there's clouds.
Yeah, it's still annoying
But
to
yes,
my eyeballs.
yes,
but,
it would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys start to you come up on the outskirts of the ranch. It's surprisingly large ranch. If you guys can see that the pictures I got showing up on the screen now, kind of there's a let me pull up my own thing so I know what I'm looking at. So I can describe it better. I suppose that would make sense, eh? Where did I put it? App. Wow, that was way large.
Very pretty house.
Yeah, so you kind of you're coming up to the ranch now. There's a kind of a rather large kind of main fence that is it's the perimeter fence essentially that surrounds the ranch as you guys are coming up. It's like I said, it's a surprisingly large ranch, but the buildings themselves are very small. You see multiple as you're getting closer. At this point, you can see the cows. There's probably about 5 or 6 cows that are grazing in different areas. You can see that there's a chicken coop kind of in the center nearby where the cows were grazing. And there's probably about 5 or 6 chickens there. Out towards the outskirts, you see a smaller hut, and there's also a well nearby it. And then a little bit further over next to the well is a larger pond, which also is nearby the field where all the plants and vegetables, as you would see. On the field, you see a younger woman with peach-colored hair who seems to be plowing the field and watering seeding plants, and kind of looks up and does notice you, but is kind of far away. More closer to the where the cows are themselves, you see a woman with purple hair who is tending to the cows, just brushing the cows. And then as you get closer, nearby the well, you see a young man who seems to be drawing water from the well. And as you guys kind of get into the ranch, you see the crow head flown over to the girl with purple hair, and she kind of looks up and notices you guys and kind of starts to make her way over to you guys. Her picture up here. I can find it real quick. Gotta plan this shit out better.
Next time.
Yeah.
As always, next time.
I know. I am bad.
There's a lot of bits and pieces behind the scenes.
There is so many. Not easy to speak up. Her up first. This is the peach-haired girl. Got long hair, long peach-colored hair. She's just kind of, like I said, she's doing her work. She's a lot thinner than the
Cute.
girl in the purple. her. If I save her, I'm gonna be annoyed.
You
No,
have
I
so
did.
many.
It's in the planning server
I know
anytime you need anything.
I'm trying to see if I saved it. Nope. I have her token, which is ironic.
Why would you need her tokens?
I don't know. Something might happen. Ah. There we go. That's her. She's a bit more. Of the two women, she's a lot more fit. And like I said, at that point, the crow kind of gets close to her and is perched onto her shoulder. It almost looks like she's listening to the crow. As, like I said, she kind of looks up and notices you guys, and starts to make her way over, and is waving you guys down at this point. What would you like to do?
How close are they to us? I see them talking to each other.
Pretty, I mean, at like 100 feet or so, you guys just have come to like the opening of the ranch, and they're doing their own thing, tending to the animals or their crops or whatever.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till they get closer to the people.
Akari announces from the top of the carriage, "We are getting closer to the destination, and there are people outside."
Oh, you're like in the destination already.
I think that. Oh yeah, like 100 feet.
Yeah.
That's not as far as I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the announcement.
You're welcome. I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
100 feet is not as far as you think. Yeah, that is basically the destination.
You're like that one sapphire from Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one a ruby?
So
No, the orange sapphire.
the purple-haired girl makes her way closer to your caravan as you guys are kind of meet in the middle, and she seems very friendly and just waves and says, "Hi, how can I help you guys?"
The moment they get that close, I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And
Wythr has like some peanuts out in her hand too.
Yeah,
That crow
I'm
is
gonna
eyeballing you hard.
try to listen if they are like talking to each other still.
The crow caws a few times, and he's like, "I want what you hear."
Well then take them.
He's not talking to you. He doesn't know
I
that you know.
know, but he can hear that.
Where
She can hear that, so she's like, just take them.
the girl kind of taps the crow lightly, and he flies over to Wythr and lands on her arm and starts to peck at the peanuts gently. Like, "Gah! Gah!" at
Wythr
you.
looks between Vivra and the crow, like wondering how Vivra could talk to it. But I guess maybe I saw a spell cast or something, but
It's
Should have been purple.
verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
So yeah, she says
Okay.
something and waves her hands, and then she's like, take it.
And then Vivra hears the crow like, "Ah, God, these are so fucking good. I need more of these."
They're
He's
just
so juicy.
peanuts, but alright.
just peanuts.
You don't understand, man. These are just fucking great. And he's just
I
eating
did
more.
take proficiency in animal handling today.
Yeah. She just kind of smiles and says, "Yeah, those are Poe's favorite, so he'll definitely hang out with you if you keep giving him those."
Vivra, did Velkorin cook the rabbit? Or not? I mean, that doesn't matter. She can pull out a raw rabbit and be like, you'd probably like this more. Because I googled, and crows do like rabbits, but only if they don't have to hunt them.
There. As he's stuffing his mouth with peanuts at this point, he's like, "Give me a minute."
Alright, goodness.
Just keeps eating the peanuts. Just all you guys hear is just
Yeah.
You guys hear that while I'm just hearing this this crow go off, rave about peanuts.
Oh
She
my
she looks
gosh.
at Wythr, raises her brows, and is like, the crow likes peanuts. I don't know.
I'm gonna yeah, and she's like, again, the girl was like, asked you guys, can I help you with anything? What brings you guys to our ranch?
Wythr says, Frederick.
Oh, Frederick's. Good. Well,
Glad you remembered, because I sure as heck didn't.
This is a stopping point on our way.
so Frederick sent you over. That's fine. Or we're acquainted with Frederick. He kind of. Oh, sorry. My name is Violet, by the way. Frederick works with us, so we send his product over to him, and he kind of obviously pays for our product. Yeah, because that's how ranch works, anyways. Yeah. But yeah, you are all free to stay here for a while if you would like. The barn is open right now. We don't really have much space, but you guys can stay at the barn. That's plenty safe there. Mind the cows. They're kind of noisy, but yeah. And she's just very, very frazzled, surprisingly, after a while, but not
Oh
too.
wait, can I hear the cows right now?
Yeah, I just hear, "Ma."
What are they saying?
They're just mooing. They're not even really saying anything. They're just making
But
noise.
So
They're just making noise.
wait a minute. Their moos, translated
They're
into
mooing moo.
common, are literally moo.
Yep. That's what it sounds like.
They're so smart.
Punch.
I'm like,
punch,
oh
punch.
my gosh, I didn't know cows were this dumb.
Hey!
I'm pretty sure their
Oh.
intelligence is 2. So
It's not
yeah, their intelligence is
nice. You just
2,
hear
and their
one of the
charisma is
cows.
4.
Sorry.
Ooh.
I didn't realize you could hear me from all the way over there.
I'm dumb. I'm not deaf. Wait,
There's no way they could even make a sentence.
I know.
They're just food.
Maybe there's one
Oh.
that's really smart. You don't know.
There's one really
smartest
smart cow. I'm like, wow, you're
That cow went to college.
Damn right. I went to MU.
Haha.
moo.
That's the joke. At this point, the peach-haired girl would have made her way over, and she's a little more reserved. Same kind of frazzled look as she kind of has the same frazzled attitude as the other one. Both these girls just kind of seem a little overwhelmed.
Nervous wreck farm.
Yep.
You guys all right?
Yeah, we're fine. What do you mean?
I don't know. You like farming pretty chill, I would say.
Yeah, we're kind of new to the area. We came from Termina and decided to start a ranch here because
Wythr's ears noticeably twitch at that, and she tilts her head.
there wasn't much business where we were at, so we wanted to take it was kind of a new discovered area to get over here to Hyrule, so we decided to take a risk and come over here.
Oh, did you own a ranch back in Termina, or is this your first one?
We had a small farm, but it wasn't really definitely not as big as this one. Violet kind of glances at Wythr and kind of just looks at her up and down. And you look really
Wythr?
familiar. Yep.
Oh.
Wythr. She's like, something looks familiar about it, but I'm not really sure.
Wythr slowly backs away into the carriage.
Just kind of shrugs and is like, I don't know. Something just looked familiar, but whatever. But yeah, our land is free to explore the land, take your rest, do whatever you need. Yeah, it's just, we're free open area here. We'll help you out. We can And one of us will probably prepare dinner soon, so yeah, we'll just kind of do that. At this point, the younger man has drawn his water and is kind of, he had thrown the water over on, he was watering the plants essentially. He was getting water from the well and watering the plants, and just making his way over to you guys now. And he's a fairly tall and fit young man. He's a farm boy, so looks like a pretty thick. I shouldn't say thick. Thick's not the appropriate word. He's a farm boy. He's a very tall, fit farm boy. And
Vivra gestures to the bucket. Y'all still water by hand?
I mean, yeah, kind of how it works. I mean, you have the pond, but that's not as pure as the well, so you know, kind of how that works. But whatever.
Your irrigation exists here, doesn't it?
Not that kind of irrigation.
No?
No.
I feel like a simple form of it would...
Very,
I don't
very
know.
simple.
Yeah,
But they also just started the farm, so
true.
Vivra the druid, like, just use magic.
use magic. He's
Nah.
like, magic. That's lazy.
She kind of like nonchalantly shrugs, raises her brow for a second. All right.
Dude is just sweating too. By the way, I mean, like he's been working all. You guys have gotten here at like 4 o'clock probably, and obviously this is like the end of the day for them. So dude's just sweaty and everything. So you know, shirts clanging to him, everything, whatever.
What is this? A romance novel?
Maybe he's Fabio, but not Fabio.
Someone else talk to this guy. I don't. Listen.
She's not getting into it again.
I mean, if he rolls a high enough charisma, who knows? It's just gonna be Vivra's romance novels as she goes across the land.
Akari
No, I'm gonna make you roll for it. I'm not gonna just freaking. Sidon rolled really high. That's the only reason she wasn't like.
He's not flirting with you though.
I know.
He's just existing.
I think Zom is flirting with him.
Zom is flirting with a farm boy.
Man, he's a hot farm boy. What the
Wait,
fuck?
Sidon was
How
flirting?
you doing, eh?
How you doing, eh?
Hey.
Hey. Slicks back hair. How you doing, girl?
Oh god.
Slicks back, mask hair, fuzz.
Yep.
Hey.
Smudges dirt all over his eye.
You gotta do the fingers with the fawns. Like, hey.
I got dirt in my eye. Crap.
Fuck, shit. Ah.
Vivra
What?
triggered. No.
Zom does flirt with Elf all the time.
I don't know what you're talking
True.
about.
Regardless, stop flirting with the farm boy. Let's get a move on.
Anyways, Violet introduces, this is Miria. And the young man over there is Hardy. He's our aide. Miria is my partner here with our business. Just to kind of like introduce ourselves, I guess, again. But yeah, feel free to do whatever you guys want for now. And about an hour or so, we'll have dinner if you guys want to join us. But
Leans over towards
You guys have
Velkorin and.
chickens?
Sorry,
do.
go ahead.
Do you guys have chickens?
Yeah, we do. We have a few cocos.
Where are they?
She points over to the chicken coop. Or I should say the cuckoo coop.
Cuckoos!
The cuckoos.
Oh,
Toto
no.
runs off.
Be careful.
Careful. She's like, just be careful with them. Being gentle.
I have a hypothetical question.
Oh no.
Oh no.
If I make a blunt arrow, like an arrow that does no damage, right?
Why would
And
an
I
arrow
attach
do no damage?
hold on. If I attach a chicken
You
to
cannot
the...
use the cuckoos as a weapon for an arrow.
See, but they would hit the other thing, and they would, by the force, that other thing would hurt them.
No.
Logically, by Zelda standards,
But you shot the
I would
arrow,
have the strongest
so
weapon in the game.
okay.
Logically, you tying them to the arrow hurts them.
Yep, that one.
Not really. I mean, you could
It might
could
piss
No.
them off.
No.
calm them down.
If you can certainly try.
Calm emotions, tie them
That's
up.
Oh no.
that's my
Don't
response.
try.
You can
Don't
certainly
try.
try.
He said
See
the
what
thing,
happens.
don't try.
Put a line in front of them just so they see the line. Like do that little line draw
Oh
thing,
no.
so they're stunned while I do it.
Yeah, when you get over to, you would see the cuckoos. There's a, how many did I think there are 2 white ones, one brown one black one, and then I think I had also a gold and a silver one as well.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's a couple. They're all doing their thing back in the ground.
I would like to talk to the farm. Whoever seems to be in charge of the farm.
Violet, charge, purple-haired girl.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
How much would it cost to buy one of your cuckoos?
God.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, they're not for sale right now. You can certainly buy their eggs, but
Can I buy a
we kinda-
fertilized egg?
I'll have to see if we have any, but I suppose that would be a thing potentially.
I seem to have a party member who seems to like cuckoos as I like look over at Toto.
She
Toto
kind of
is patting
has
them.
the sigh of relief for a second. She's like, "Oh, okay, you want them as a pet? That's the
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
want. I don't want to kill him to eat them. It would be a good learning experience, and it would honestly keep them busy.
sighs and is like, okay, that's more acceptable. Yes, we could probably work something out. I'll have Hardy check the coop and see if there's any fertilized eggs. If there is, I can sell you one.
That'd be much appreciated.
Let's see. Question. I know it was mentioned before it kind of be a town, but the ranch, is this like all part of the big town that was mentioned, or is a town?
The ranch is itself.
It's just a ranch.
Yeah, we're going towards the big town.
This is
but
kind of the
ranch is
halfway
like the
point.
halfway point. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. See how
Yep.
far the distance was. Make sure I got that in head. Got it.
Forgot. There's also a next to Miria. There's a silver fox. Did I remember that right?
A what?
Gray. Yes.
Gray fox. I knew it was one of the two. There's a gray fox just
Okay.
hanging out next to Miria, who's staying pretty close, kind of hiding behind her, but looking at you guys. Oh god. Toto will be nice to the cuckoos. You see her bark, 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 bark. They're freaking out. And
I'm just holding you.
you see Violet, she's like, please be careful.
I just want to hold one.
I know. I'm just saying, be gentle. I have
Gentle.
I have a friend. She actually lives. I don't know if you guys have been to Concord, but she lived in Concord. She supposedly had a very odd instance with some cuckoos and her husband, but yeah, if that's what happened, please be careful with the cuckoos.
Are they okay?
We don't know what happened to her husband.
Oh my gosh.
She claims he got taken by a fleet of cuckoo, so please be careful.
A fleet.
I don't know what the word is.
That's a horrifying
Flock of cuckoo. There we go. That's
A
the word.
fucking fleet of freaking aircraft.
military
They've all got
crew.
Same
their
difference.
militia hats on, yeah.
You just hear Call of the Valkyrie playing.
God damn.
I imagine them all in rows, just chung, chung,
Life
chung.
was peaceful until the Cuckoo Nation attacked.
It's true. You played Hyrule Warriors. You stay the fuck away from. Yeah. So yeah. Miria would have. She kind of gives the gentle bow and makes her way back into the main house. Off to go. It seems obviously go to make dinner, and Violet kind of. If there's anything else, I'll just kind of go back to my work. I got a couple more chores to finish up before dinner, but you are free to wander the ranch. Just be careful. what would you guys like to do?
Vivra, like, leans over to Velkorin and she's like, so, what are we supposed to do here again? She kind of, like, says it quietly.
It's just a stop on our way. It's a way to rest and recuperate. See if they need anything, which apparently they really don't. But
Yeah, we're all rested, so...
it's more, we're just stay here for the day and then we'll head out tomorrow. Stretch our legs a bit.
Ugh.
It beats camping on the side of the road.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, wait, so we're staying in, like, a building or something this time? Like, we're
Yes.
actually...
Yeah.
It's a barn, but they have cots.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like we're just here as an overnight, one night Airbnb.
Oh,
DM.
Yep.
None of the people here, like nobody here was on the list I got from Velkorin, right?
No.
Imagine.
That's the great thing. Imagine.
Wythr is staying inside the carriage for a bit.
But yeah.
I'm gonna wander.
Right? You're wandering.
Yeah. Checking out the farm, looking at stuff. Staying... I don't know. After that dream, she's like looking at it in a different way than she would have had she not had the nightmare the night before.
Fair. Yeah. Anybody else want to do what else? What is everybody else?
Toto is AFK, so you can assume that they're just playing with the
Yep,
cuckoos
she's
the whole
playing with the
time.
cuckoos. That's fine. Yep.
Akari will go explore the area.
They are the cuckoo master.
The crow is just kind of hanging out with Wythr too.
in the carriage?
Yep.
Wait,
it followed you
why
because you had peanuts, and he's like, "I'm sticking with you. You're nice."
But I held out a whole ass rabbit. And...
Yeah.
Well, he likes peanuts. Better.
Go try the rabbit. Go try.
Well, no,
With
I'm putting the rabbit away.
Is
No, I
distracted
put
by
the
the
rabbit
peanuts.
away.
You're just carrying
I
a rabbit.
walked up. No, I put it away before I left the carriage. I was like, all right,
Ah.
pro
one track mind,
whatever.
tunnel vision,
Yeah.
sees one thing and that's all that exists.
Yeah, he saw shiny peanuts.
She'll try giving it some actually, well, if it she'll try giving it some pistachios, but I'm also gonna Google if crows can have pistachios.
He's already eaten them.
Oh no.
Oh no, you
no.
murdered the crow.
Dies. No. Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Probably. Yeah, so you guys are just kind of wandering out, and then kind of about both. You can see the two others are kind of taking care of their chores. It seems like the chores have finished up, and at this point, you see Violet has kind of made her way kind of towards the outskirts of the ranch, and she's carrying a bow now at this point too. You see now she's kind of practicing her aim. You can see out in the distance there's a target that she's been shooting at. And she's surprisingly pretty far away for the target that she's aiming at. Probably about...
Is she actually hitting it?
Oh yeah, easily.
Akari observes.
Yeah. She has a very long bow that she's using that she's just practicing with. And she's shooting the target from about 120 feet away.
With our new carriage, can we still see out of the sides slightly, or is there like a little window or anything?
It probably depends on how low you want the covering.
Okay.
Like you could probably roll up the covering if you wanted to have a view, otherwise it's down.
Wythr's probably near the opening in between like the carriage and the seat.
Yeah.
So she's looking out and observing things. What kind of bow is it?
A long bow.
So kind of like Velkorin's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just shooting her arrows. Her aim is surprisingly good. She's pretty much making the dead eye almost in the bullseye nearly every time. But yeah, it's just for her, she's just looking like she's practicing. Looks like Hardy had finished up with what he's doing, and he's going back into the smaller house. If anybody else wants to do anything, otherwise we'll move on to dinner. Yeah, after a while you'll hear the dinner bell ringing, which you see Violet
Perks up.
will put down her bow, or at least put it on her back as she makes her way to the main house. Anybody she'd walk past, she'd like call out saying, "Oh, that's the bell. Time to eat if you guys want to eat."
Oh, you're trying to get something.
Do we have any blankets in the carriage? Like
Probably.
light, smallish blankets?
Probably. I mean, you'd have your
Wither,
your bed kits or whatever.
Wither's going to sort of wear a blanket over top of her robe, like to kind of cover up her robe a bit as she gets out and walks around towards dinner.
Oh,
Want to take up all the
Interesting.
time that I'm like, I don't know, cause yeah. So she probably wandered mostly. I don't know what else she would do here. There's not much for her to do. She doesn't usually spend so much time in villages, so when the dinner bell, she hears that and she's like, man, haven't heard something like that in ages, and just kind of goes towards it.
yeah. You guys make your way over to the main house, and it's just very cozy. A very cozy farmhouse, and as soon as you guys kind of open up, you can smell the dinner and your full farm dinner. So, like mashed potatoes, maybe some chicken and stuff like that. Just very typical farm meal. And
Toto is terrified at the Kuko meal.
oh god,
Ah!
and yeah, so they are sit down and dish themselves up, kind of are having their meal and talking to each other, and you can kind of, I get anybody who wants to can kind of make a insight check on them to see kind of their mood. If you would like.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm good at insight.
Nope.
Nope.
7.
Wow, a 9.
9.
Am I also allowed to roll, or is that too many
Yeah,
people?
you can roll too. Because I asked
I mean, we
who.
What
both
am I
of us
rolling?
did not do good.
Insight if you want to.
Woo. 23.
Whoa.
Wowzers.
Yeah. So Vivra and Akari don't really notice anything, but
We're just like food.
you do see that both the girls are looking fairly nervous. So while they're eating, there's a few times where they pause longer than you would kind of expect people to be talking while during dinner, and just like they seem anxious, very anxious for some reason.
I knew it. We're eating people.
No.
Oh god,
I'm
it's
kidding.
not Walking Dead episode of
Nah.
Whispers of Hope.
No.
Wither is kind of staring at them noticeably.
They're kind of
Is it noticeable enough for Vivra to catch that you're
Yeah.
staring?
Yeah.
probably say you don't notice thing, but you probably notice Wither staring
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point,
inquisitively.
as she's like got like a full-on mouthful of mashed potatoes, she like looks at, like, without lifting her head, she like glances over at Wither, looks at the women, looks back at Wither, telepathy. What's up?
Can I respond?
Not with telepathy, but with mine, I'm gonna say, hey, is it our, well, she's got her mouth full, it's like, I can't cast anything, they'll hear it. Yeah. Also, yeah, I'm eating, so.
Yeah.
Pulls out a little notebook, pokes your side with it.
Wither. Oh no, here we go again.
Let's say,
Wither takes the notebook She writes something in her native language.
Oh,
and
no.
hands
I
it
was gonna
back to you.
Yep.
She can understand and speak common, but she can't write common.
I was like,
Vivra
She
looks
can't
down
write.
at it, stares at it for a good 5 seconds, and then brings 2 fingers up to her temple and presses them against her temple. It's like, what
Damn
am I
it.
supposed to do with this?
Akari may not have hear anything, but she sees these motions. It just raises an eyebrow.
Gee, if only someone could read this.
If only.
If
I don't
only.
know that yet. Just so you know,
Yeah.
I don't know that yet.
She'll kind of give you a look and with telepathy be like, "Are they okay?"
Whether after looking at uh, Vivra, also she kind of tears up the writing that she had done and puts it in her satchel.
Well, great.
You couldn't read it anyways.
Yeah.
And then looks towards Miri and Violet, and with a questioning tone, she says, "Anxious?"
You saying this out loud?
Yes.
They both kind of startle a bit because they didn't realize that people were looking at them or like staring at them, and they're like, You just kind of hear them whisper to each other for half a second, and I guess you guys can read lips, so
I was about to say, can Akari read
Yep.
her
you guys can
lips?
read lips, so you see Miria asking, she's like, well, our normal crew isn't here. Do you ask them? They seem to be travelers or adventurers. Maybe they can help. I don't know. They just got here. That seems kind of awkward to ask, don't you think? It's just they're having the awkward back and forth, and eventually, after they're back and forth bickering at each other, kind of like the you ask him, no, you ask him, just kind of breaking out
Be
between
getting
each other.
louder at that point. wouldn't it?
Akari just says, "Why don't you
Like-
both ask?"
Vivra would at the same time as Akari would be like, "Ask what?"
At that point, they're both kind of like the half blush because they realize that they were talking a lot louder than they thought they were talking, and they're just kind of deep sigh and is like, "We have a bit of a problem. We needed somebody to help us defend our ranch tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, but our normal
Gosh.
crew that we hired for some reason never showed up.
Oh no!
We're kind of worried, and you all seem fairly capable, and I know you just got here, but wondering if you could maybe help us out tonight."
Vivra's eyes glance over at Velkorin, and then she like closes them and looks back at them, the women, and it's like, oh, hell with our luck.
Akari is more his list, trying to stand it up a bit, just like it sounds like some work.
Mother looks at them, between the two of them, kind of rests her hand on her collarbone and says, "Defend from what?"
Yeah, good question. I agree with this question.
Probably some bandits or something, I bet.
There's kind of a deep sigh, and she's like, "Hey, this is why we wanted to hire the normal people."
Normal?
Sorry, it's something that seems to happen every year. We've been able to plan it out, but like I said, the people we hired didn't show up this time for some reason.
What
but
happens every year?
We're not sure what the creatures are, but for whatever reason, they actually followed us from Termina, so we're not even sure why they're targeting us for some reason. But they come, and it seems like they try to. Essentially, they're here to take our livestock. Basically, that's the real reason we had to move here.
But they
Because
followed you.
yes, they followed us. We managed to hold them off the last 2 years with the help of the crew that we hired, but again, there was no crew that came this time around.
Do you know what they are?
They're these weird purple creatures
Purple.
that
Okay.
their eyes glow, and we don't really know what they are. Surprisingly, they aren't like aggressively hostile. But if they get to the farm, then this massive beam of light comes and takes the livestock.
Beam of light. What?
It is,
So they have glowing purple eyes. Are there any other defining traits?
yeah. See if I have a picture of.
Wythr is just slowly
laughing,
tilting
Akari, you
her
know what's
head
going on.
more and more, getting more
I'll
confused.
help you.
I know. I think I have a safe picture. Where is it? I know I made a picture. Where'd it go?
It's
Groaning.
in your planning server,
Oh, my planning server that used
in tokens, if you
so
need
conveniently.
So conveniently.
it. Do you want me to send it to the group?
Yeah, go for it.
Have these people, like, do they have a drawing of the creature or something?
Yeah, that's what
or-
I'm gonna. Essentially, this is what they're gonna describe to you guys.
Okay.
I'll put it in NPC pick crews,
Yeah.
even though it's not a pick crew.
Where is it? It just said, "Do you want to overwrite this picture?" Yes. Now where the fuck is it? There it is. Fuck it. Jesus, that was annoying.
Do I need to organize your folders
I
for
did
you?
organize. Apparently,
Clearly.
I didn't
not
do well enough. But yeah, so it's you can see it on the screen or whatever.
What a funky creature.
Yep, very creepy creature, and that's what she describes to you guys to give you an idea. But yeah, that that's kind of their description. She's like, essentially, that's why I practice the bow. We have to defend from. Essentially, we need to defend the farm until dawn breaks, and then they leave. But again, I can only do so much by myself. We would obviously reward you for the help, but we don't have a lot of money, but we do have products we could offer.
I mean, ugh.
Almost as if she was waiting for a moment. Akari eyes are like glimmering. It's been so long since she had some type of work. Exercise.
Kari's down.
Like looking at the rest of the group.
Sorry, I need to run again. I gotta pee so bad.
Clearly, I made too
I
much
was trying to
tea.
finish it off, but I gotta pee really bad, so I'll be right back. Sorry. I am done. I drank way too much water today, apparently. Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah. Very hydrated today. Yeah, so it's like she was saying, like I said, the creatures themselves aren't very aggressive by nature. They don't really attack people. It's just they go for the animals and take the animals away.
So, stop them from taking the animals, I presume. Are you wanting us to try to kill them or just keep them back?
They are fairly weak, and it seems whenever you attack them, they die, but more just keep coming. Essentially, we need to defend the barn until dawn breaks, and that's when they leave.
These ain't sounding like no ordinary bandits, Akari would say.
Yeah. So it's not so much a can you survive, it's a can you stop the sheer mass of them.
Yes, essentially we need to just keep them away from the barn. They get to the barn, it's all over, and then then we're out of a job again. So myself, I'm fairly skilled with the bow. Miria, unfortunately, isn't very. She's not the fighter. I'm the fighter. She does what she can, but she'll probably stay in the barn as a last resort if we need. But
Stay in the barn and protect the animals.
yeah, as a last resort in case anything gets through, she can maybe finish them off. Hopefully.
And you said you can't really offer much monetarily, so you're offering to trade something?
Yes, like I said, we don't have a lot of money per se, but we definitely have plenty of products out to you. We have our specialty, which is our milk, but it's not your typical milk. It is very special that we actually sell it in Lon Lon for quite a hefty price. But
Do you have a song?
Mhm.
And she'll pull out the ocarina, like a special song for something like this.
Look over at Miria and they're like, I know us. Miriam knows she's like, I have a song that my mother sang to me a long time ago. Maybe I could teach you that if you want to learn a song, I guess.
Akari pulls out her own. Learn the song.
Oh, you guys, a traveling concert or band, I should say.
No.
Oh.
I just like playing music on the side.
Oh.
One of them is clown. Toto doesn't actually say that.
So what?
One of them is a clown. What is she talking about?
It's a mystery. Vivra puts it away and she's like, I don't know. What do you guys think? And she's kind of looking at everyone else.
Akari's like, you already know what my answer was.
I know you're in.
If you can, we understand. We'll make do, but we would much appreciate it if we could have some help.
Already staying here tonight, right? She says to the group.
Wythr is kind of spaced out and unresponsive again.
Or tap her shoulder. Hey.
Oh, she startles a bit. Looks at you.
Are you? I mean, we don't have much else to do. You want to help defend the stuff?
I'll follow.
Okay. Toto, Velkorin.
I'm just gonna nod.
Toto will also nod.
She looks to the two women and says, I guess you have yourself a band of adventurers for tonight.
You can kind of see both their expressions brighten. Just like, oh, really, we really appreciate it. Like, yeah, I was really nervous. I mean, there's a lot of them usually, so it's very helpful for you
She
to help
holds
us.
out a hand for them to shake if they want to.
She takes it immediately. It's kind of a surprisingly weak but strong grip at the same time.
Interesting. Vivra's grip is not strong either. Doesn't even have to worry about it. Just it's a normal handshake probably. Gives them a little nod. All right. Where do we start? When do we start?
It'll happen late into the night. Without doing time clock shit that they don't understand, it would happen at about 2 o'clock to dawn. About 2 to 6.
Okay.
Quote unquote. 4 hours worth of defending.
Well, if we're gonna rest, I guess do it now. Seems we're gonna be up at night tonight.
Definitely get the short rest before the battle.
Anything else we should know, or do you... Yeah, sorry.
No, that's all.
We've tried different ways to stall them, but it doesn't seem to work. Like, we've tried setting up barricades before, but they seem to either go over the barricades easily or just flat out go through them. So it really just comes down to attacking them to get rid of them and holding out as long as we can. They aren't very strong. It usually only takes me 1, maybe 2 arrows and they're gone. But the only worry is if the extra large one shows up. That's one.
Oh, there's an extra large one. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, if the small ones are pretty weak, the extra large one shouldn't be too much more difficult? Question mark?
It is and it isn't. The problem with the large one is it kind of empowers the others and they start to move quickly. And then that's kind of how we got overwhelmed the first time when we were in Termina.
So if the large one shows up, if I can entangle it, that'll at least try and hold it back. Get it away from the others, maybe.
Essentially, if the large one shows up, it needs to go down the fast.
Yeah, that makes sense. You say you kill them, but they keep coming back. Do you know?
Essentially, after they've taken enough damage, they just kind of poof out of existence. But then they'll either, I don't know if it's another one or if it's the same one. Another one shows up in its place.
Sure there's just staring at them and also glancing around the room.
I mean, you say barricades won't stop them. Do they at least slow them down?
Not really. Like I said, if either they'll go over it or they'll literally just walk through it like if they're a ghost almost.
I don't know if any of us has anything to stop ghosts.
I'm just a rogue. I don't have any spells or anything.
Do you guys have a bunch of metal wires? Barbed wire, anything?
I mean, we have the fences, but that's more wood than metal. Yeah, I guess the only other thing I noticed is the like weapons that are similar to like a bow seem to be more effective against these creatures. Something that I guess, to be blunt, if it's like it's almost as if they pop once you hit them.
So they have to be pierced.
Essentially, yes. Seems like piercing them does the most damage.
Have you tried electrocuting them?
I don't have much magic, so I have not.
Okay. Are there any like shops or anything? Can I look around or get a luck check to see if they have a bunch of wire or metal string or something?
You can try. They probably wouldn't. It would be like they might have like the chicken wire for the fence, but it wouldn't be like a straight up roll of wire. You would have to like break down a chicken wire if you wanted to try to do something like that.
Yeah, that would work. It's still like
Okay.
fence-like. It's all connected.
Yeah.
We just have to get it. And then, so I'm thinking if we can gather that, we lay it flat across the ground, as much of it as we can, and the moment a bunch of them step onto it, I stab my taser into the wiring, causing it to shock through them, getting like 100 at once.
Nice.
You can see the thought process of like Violet thinking like, never thought about that. That might work.
It's a numbers game, so if we turn the tide and put the numbers in our favor, it just might.
Akari
But
here's
we'd
the
have to
plan.
get to work now. Akari, here's what?
Akari here's the play. Just bitches. I'll make sure to stay in the front, away from that, just in case.
Yeah.
Zap basically zap whatever gets past her.
Accidentally tases the whole party.
Just
TK.
Do not taste me. Do not taste me.
Oh God. Oh no.
If you're wearing shoes, you should be fine.
That's not what I mean.
That's not the problem.
But
Oh.
it's on the ground, so if you have
Yeah.
rubber soles, then
Yeah,
you'll be
I'm
fine.
thinking we kind of make it sort of hidden so that they, like, it's just like, oh, this is kind of stuff that's on the ground. And then they won't mind it so much, or they're less likely to notice it.
We'll say they don't really walk, per se. So if we want to do this, they need to walk through the fence. Because they're like I said, they're kind of like ghosts almost. They kind of float.
Then we make fences. I stand at the fence, and as they start trying to push through, I stab the fence.
Wither nods.
And I just keep doing that. And if they get through the first fence, I get them until they've basically overrun it, and then I run to the next fence and start stabbing that one. We do 3 rows of fences, and I've probably got them for a while, right?
Here's hoping. We don't have a whole lot of material, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that many. But
Okay. Well, whatever we can do is better than nothing, right?
yeah, definitely.
Let's get to it then. Do you guys have any other ideas?
Them or the party.
Everyone.
Us, I think.
Anyone.
Wither shakes her head and gives you a thumbs up, like she's agreeing with your idea.
Akari
She
just pulls out her
also-
2 daggers.
Yeah, I was gonna say she also like pulls out her 2 curved daggers.
Hopefully, the
I mean,
crow
we're not
count
gonna
also
need-
flies in and is perched on Violet's thing, and he's like, oh yeah, that's right. Poe can help too.
The crow?
Yeah, he's my companion.
Oh, that's cool. I noticed you guys kind of chatting earlier.
Well, he's my eyes in the sky, essentially.
Right, and she kind of claps her hands together. She's like, well, if we're gonna do this, we better get started, so we got plenty of time to set everything up.
Right. Let's do it.
Is the fox inside also? The crow is inside?
Yeah, the crow's not. Well, the crow is literally the companion. The fox is hanging out in the corner sleeping.
Okay.
He's just hanging out, being a good boy.
Cute.
But yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll say this is probably a good stopping point. Just because it's been a while now, and it's almost midnight, and I gotta work in the morning, so.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'll
Dang.
cut it off here, and we'll start with I'll have the battle map right away. I have it already ready to go, but we'll have it essentially we'll start the session with that, where you guys can kind of get more of an idea of where you want to put things. And
Goodness
applause.
gracious.
Wow. So we can give a kind of do your final planning before we do the encounter.
Are you gonna add my fences to it?
Maybe I will try.
Draw them
You don't
on.
have to, but
You just add something
Fabulous.
I
around
can at
just where
least
they
put a
are.
square around where we assume the fences will be.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, yeah. So we will start off with that when we come back. Since I am on vacation, we should be able to play again right away next Friday. Because I'm on vacation.
This very next Friday?
Yes, this coming Friday.
Oh,
We'll play
goodness.
We'll do 2 weeks in a row, since we'll be able to play next week and the following week, since I'm on vacation. So
Blessed day.
as long
3
as
weeks in a
everybody,
row,
as long as
including
everybody's
today.
available, we
Amazing.
can do that. And like
So
I
we're
said,
playing the 28th and the 4th?
yes.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's right. So
And is it back
Yeah.
to normal time, or is it gonna be
we'll see, because I guess it'll be up to you guys, because like I said, I'll be free the whole day. So if we want to do an earlier session, to do a longer session, or we can do our normal time, whatever. The only
I do like the earlier ones. So
yeah, I
Yeah,
figured.
we could probably do the earlier
If
one,
we
yeah.
do the earlier ones, I will for sure have my children the entire time.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
Yep. Gotcha.
It's okay.
Yeah, I guess we can either do it. Yeah, if we wanted to stick to the Fridays. The other option was we could potentially switch days, but I know other people have work, probably not. But yeah, I'll be free all day, so we can kind of figure it out from there. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have
But-
no guarantee that I'll be home before 10
Yep.
on other days.
Yep. Definitely no problem there. But yeah, we'll go for that. And I will post on Twitter and in the Discord once we have our exact timing figured out. But we'll plan to play next Friday for sure. And then once we figure out the time, we'll let you guys know. But yeah, thanks for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the session today, and we will see you guys next.
The drama.
Very emotional
Drama.
session.
Bye.
Bye.
Back.